Things Podcast. Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest episode of the Needless Things Podcast, where we talk about toys, movies, music, and all manner of pop culture dorkery. I'm your host, Dave, and if you have been to needlessthingspodcast.com lately, then you know things are a little bit different over there. I think I mentioned it last week. I mentioned it last week that things were going to be changing. We have streamlined the site. We are streamlining the content. We're cleaning things up. I do plan to figure out how to put, I don't want to say ads back on there, but I still want to have a sidebar full of things that our friends are doing, like our friends at Theme Park Alchemy, who are offering candles based on theme park rides of the past. And technically of the present, I guess. But a very interesting concept that some of my pals are doing. I'd like to put something up for that. I would like to have always a pickup for the new Casket Creatures album, whatever it may be at the time. Just stuff like that. I'm not really interested in Google ads anymore because the revenue from that was negligible. Amazon, I wouldn't mind getting in the habit of putting links in again, but even that really just for the look of the site and for the clutter it created. If I can have a focused ad maybe at the bottom of every page, I could deal with that. Or one of the, how you go to some toy sites and they've got like our sponsors at Big Bad Toy Store. Like that would be fine as long as it's localized. And I also don't mind doing stuff like having spots for friends on the show, like I'm going to have right now. Okay, the Mystery Men provide the interstitial music for each and every episode, well, almost each and every episode of the Needless Things podcast. I love their sound and their style, obviously, or I wouldn't put it on the show. And they have a new album coming out September 15th. It is called Firewalkers, and it's awesome. You guys, you know what you're getting, but there's all kinds of stuff going on that you can get involved with aside from getting the new album. First of all, go to themysterymenofsurf.com. Check out everything that's over there. They've got upcoming shows. They've got a link to a GoFundMe. That the album's done, but they're artists, they're musicians, and anything anybody can do to help these guys cover expenses for the magic that they're making is great. So they've got a bit for their GoFundMe on there. They're always touring, recording, merchandise, all that kind of stuff costs money, and anything you can do to help out. If you enjoy the music of the Mystery Men, then go to themysterymenofsurf.com. Also, this weekend, you can pretty much consider it the album release, I'm guessing. The Southern Surf Stomp Fest 2018, Saturday from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m., tons and tons of bands are going to be playing. Like, it's going to be an incredible show. Los Tiki Phantoms, the Mystery Men, the KBK, which, if you remember, I had Noah from that band on the show a couple of years ago, I guess. The Flying Faders, Go Tsunami, the Amphibians, the Surge, Forbidden Waves, and then a couple of DJs and an MC, and it's just going to be awesome. All ages. It's got all kinds of sponsors. There's going to be all kinds of stuff set up out there. It's a big festival. It's going to be great. And honestly, a lot of people have been displaced from the Carolinas to here in Atlanta, and this would be a great way to get out and do something and take everybody's mind off of the crazy hurricane stuff that's going on over the next week or so. This takes place at Little Tree Art Studios in Avondale Estates, and you can go on Facebook and just search for Southern Surf Stomp Fest, and you can find the event. It's just, it's going to be amazing. If my schedule works out, which is a big if right now, I plan to be there, but you will have the opportunity to see the Mystery Men, who play, like I said, the music you hear on this podcast. That's not the intro and outro. The surf stuff that you hear, you can have the opportunity to see them live, and they're fantastic. And it's possible somebody in the band might be related in some way to a big presence on Needless Things. I can't say any more than that. That's as far as I can go. But please do get on Facebook, check out Southern Surf Stomp Fest, go to themysterymenofsurf.com, and the new album Firewalkers will be out September the 15th, so check that out. Okay, so other .coms, needlessthingspodcast.com is different. I hope you're enjoying it. It's a work in progress as far as figuring out the themes and the look and everything, but I'm very happy with how clean it is now, and moving forward, it's going to stay that way. I'm going to keep clutter to a minimum. Now, you may be wondering, well, hey, you have almost 10 years, I might as well say, you've got a decade of content from the old Needless Things, and I, for now, am content leaving that archived. There's some great posts in there, but there's so many format problems because of Blogger. There's so many photo hosting issues because of me trying to find the best way to host pictures, because we had a massive quantity of pictures on that site because of all the toy reviews and everything else. I just don't know that I'll ever have the energy or the desire to clean that up enough to make it something worth visiting. So for now, that stuff is the past. It's jettisoned, and we're looking forward to the future and everything that Needless Things can and will be going forward. So there's that. This week on the Needless Things podcast, it is a needless commentary that was supposed to happen a month ago, but we had so much stuff for the build-up to Dragon Con that I had to bump it. So instead, you're getting what has turned out to be an early taste of the spooky season, because I did not know Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park actually aired on Halloween, or right around Halloween in its original. It's been over a month since we recorded, so I cannot remember what our KISStorians told me, but it was intended to be part of a Halloween sort of celebration back in 1978. And this episode is so much fun because not only do we have the commentary team, who we all have a blast just watching this wacky, bizarre movie that could really use a remastered edition, which apparently will never happen, but we also have special guests in the form of JR Frazier, who has been a part of Needless Things since the beginning, but just isn't really that interested in doing too much talking or writing or anything, but his knowledge of media and film and everything is just amazing. And every once in a while you'll see him post in the podcast group, and he's always got interesting information and insights. So Jason joins us because he is a KISStorian. We're also joined by Evil Jim and Janie, and Evil Jim is himself a KISStorian, and honestly, a good portion of this commentary was the rest of us sitting back and oohing and eyeing over all of the knowledge that Jim and Jason brought to us. And they have fun. They don't take Kiss too seriously, which, as you know, there's not a whole lot we here at Needless Things like to take too seriously. They have fun with it, but they are very serious about their passion for Kiss. So this is a great episode. You guys are going to enjoy it. Sit back. You may not have a copy of Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, but that's okay, because I think you're going to dig this one anyway. But if you do have it, put in your bootleg VHS, your DVD, or your official copy from whichever Kiss box set the guys mention. Relax and enjoy a truly, truly fun movie and a little early taste of Halloween celebrating from Needless Things. Because during the month of October, everything on Needless Things will be creepy, spooky, Halloween-y. We try and focus on it's the season. It's the season for spooky. But now I've got something extra special for you guys, because rather than the standard Mystery Men interstitial music, I am playing for you, for the first time ever, anywhere, a brand new track from the Mystery Men's new album, Firewalkers, Adan. Enjoy. And like I said, be sure to go to themysterymenofsurf.com.
All right, so
We are here once again with a very, very full house for August's Needless Commentary. This was a special request by our friend Evil Jim. Welcome to the Phantom Zone, sir. And you, what movie have you chosen for us today?
The NBC Gone with the Wind of rock and roll movies made for TV in 1978. Kiss meets the Phantom.
That's beautiful. We're very excited. We've gone through it once, and we're going to go through and who else is here with us? At my far left, the far end of the room.
I'm Jane.
And before we get too far, I would like to point out that there's a variety of incredible rock and roll, horror-themed other products available. Go ahead and put yourself over. Where can we find these things online?
PepperKittyRules.com.
That's it. That's why you're here. I just wanted to hear that on one of the shows. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, you can get all kinds of unofficial licensed merchandise.
Yes.
And you can
For
find us
collectors.
at Monsterama.
Monsterama.
Coming up.
In
October.
the
First
weekend
weekend
of October. An awesome little horror con. Very old school horror.
Very cool. Friend of the show, Anthony. Oh man, his last name just dropped right out of my head. Taylor. Thank you. Who has not been on the show yet? Anthony puts on a good little Atlanta con.
Yeah.
Joining us, Arian. You've brought a friend.
Oh yeah, I brought my dog. She's chill.
She's very chill. She's just been sitting in your lap the whole time.
Yeah.
She got a little excited, I think, when Peter Criss first came on screen.
Yeah, as one does.
Yeah.
As one does.
Yeah.
But she's used to living with a cat, so she got over it.
That's true. And then the other full couch to my right, another friend joining us for the first time.
No, I was there for Jason Olympics.
Oh, that's right. You were here for... Well, but that didn't make it. That didn't quite make it.
That commentary didn't come out.
Yeah.
There was too much drunken
rambling.
Yeah, we waited too long to do that one.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, you were on what may someday be released as a special edition Needless Commentary.
It's a whole Easter egg episode, if you will.
But this one will actually make it to production. So,
Okay.
Jason, welcome to the Phantom Zone.
Thank you.
Moving on down.
Down to the floor, me, Battle Cougar, of course. And, Arian, you're right, this does taste exactly like this.
No, I know.
Yeah.
They're awful, but they're very low in carbs. Michelob Ultra, everybody. Drink them if you're diabetic and still want to drink beer.
Domestic low-carb beer.
Or if you like this.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm not here to kink shame. I am not here to kink shame.
Yeah.
Unless you're a furry, and then I will kink shame.
It's a golden favorite.
With an oven.
Speaking of liking beer...
What's up? How's it going? Ryan Cadaver, and this movie is pretty damn awesome, actually. So I realized when we were watching it that I have not gotten to the part where Kiss is. So, I always miss the part where Kiss comes in. So,
Well, we're going to help everybody out with that because...
we have a timer.
Yeah, we have a timer.
it takes a minute.
And Jason's going to let us know how long it takes
Several
before Kiss
minutes.
actually shows up in the
Yeah.
movie. And finally, back after a couple... Were you on the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were on the last one, but you missed a couple before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was between Weekend at Bernie's.
I'm just glad you get to see Weekend at Bernie's,
And
because
I was-
we're watching Weekend at Bernie's 2 after this.
Right.
I can't wait.
Hey, Red Ranger.
It's good to have you back. All right,
Fire
so...
to the couch.
For those of you at home listening, put in your VHS, your import DVD, or your... Well, no, you can't follow along with the edition that came with the box set, because that's a different movie entirely, which we'll discuss.
Right.
So everybody put in your copy of Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park and start playing now, because we're going to watch this thing and we're going to talk about our high-tech import copy.
Some of us
Laser disc.
drunk.
Yeah, I guess this was taken from the Laserdisc, we realized.
Yeah, I'd buy that.
Better
And,
than the VHS to the DVD copy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the finest in laser video.
Laser video discs. And we're kicking things right off. Now, what was our opening song?
Rock and roll?
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
we're not
rock
there
and roll.
yet. We're not there
Yeah.
yet.
It is rock and roll all night and party every day.
Great opening scene.
Yeah.
Now, Jim, how did this thing happen? What's our story behind this television feature film?
From what I know, it's their management, Bill Coyne, somehow got approached by the studio, and they pitched it to the band, and I guess it made sense. And it's kind of, for me, it was, it's a work off of the comic that had come out. Now, when it came out, I was 13, so to me, this was just fucking awesome.
So the comic you mentioned, is this the infamous Blood in the Ink comic?
Which 77, right?
77.
Yeah, the Marvel one, which I've still got 3 or 4 copies of that too.
And I've got to mention to the listeners that Jim and Jason, between them, combined to form the most respected kissologists in the universe, which is why you guys are here today.
KISStorians.
That's accurate.
KISStorians. Oh, dude, solid.
This is all history.
Oh my gosh. KISStory is like, okay, now I want a toy
There's
of this.
Kiss.
This is absolutely
this intro
fantastic.
was I wrote this off at first. I was like, that's the title card? And then, I wasn't expecting the disconnected roller coaster car floating through the air.
I want these as Christmas ornaments. That's what I want.
Yes.
I want
And
little
then
Christmas ornaments of
70-foot tall Gene.
They make Paul Stanley and Gene Christmas ornaments.
I've got a rock and roll over Christmas ornament.
Oh, the bulb?
It's got a lenticular thing on the front.
Yeah.
When you move it, it's got their heads on top of it.
Doesn't
It's
everybody
nice.
have?
Yeah.
Because I got one like that, and I got the Gene Simmons ornament too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, so you're talking about the comic. I haven't read it. Do they have the powers that they have in the comic?
The talismans are all there.
Okay.
And it kind of starts. It's like they're the young guys on the streets of New York, and then they get chosen, and
Oh, okay. So it actually gives kind of an origin.
Yeah. There's.
Oh, nice.
So, which was fine. It's like, okay, there's superheroes there, where it never, for me, they're not superheroes as a band.
Right.
They're a rock band.
Yeah. It was kind of the comic. To you was using their images in a fictional story. It wasn't like
just a one-off.
But there got to be fans out there though that maybe came along later or whatever that kind of went with the superhero thing.
And even now, with someone else being the spaceman, and rightfully so. Hell, if you weren't born in the 70s or or old like me. They don't know that's not Ace Frehley.
Right. They know the
character
guy.
And so...
Or the drummer, Catman, not Peter Criss.
They don't know that. And it's like, wow, that got to be really disappointing.
Was that Gene and Paul's intention from the start, though, was for this to be more of a franchise?
I think when KISS started, they were a rock band.
Right.
Yeah.
And then a coin and, took it to a different level. And you can't believe what they say now.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't think in 75, they're like, God, we got to put out a record that sells.
Right.
They were going, man, I can't wait to have toilet seats. And shit like that.
They had the failed Wicked Lester, which was...
Yeah. Well, that was Paul and Gene.
That was Paul and Gene. And then they kind of went more into the theatric part of it.
Which without a coin, I don't think, Bogart from Casablanca.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have went to the level, because they wouldn't have had the money. I mean, all of the early KISS stuff was put on Bill's charge card.
Oh, yeah, his Amex. Thank God for Amex. They gave us KISS.
Yeah, that was the whole thing, and they may have had a vision for the show, which, they've always said we wanted to present the band that we wanted to see.
Well,
and I'll give them that. But
at the beginning, they even had the giant KISS sign.
Oh, yeah, and they would, even if they were opening, and you think the way staging was back then, that got flown, and it didn't come down after the opening band. That goes out on the out. So there's stories like when they would gig with Blue Oyster Cult and, bands that were, a lot more popular than they were back then. and they just raised hell. They just get kicked off tours. It's like,
Oh my
and there's
gosh.
some famous shots of when they'd play places and the ceiling was so low that they just set the KISS sign up on the side of the stage.
All right, we've got to draw attention to our hooligans.
Slime.
Chopper, Slime, and Dirty D.
Yeah.
Now, one thing, this KISS movie, if you haven't noticed, it is produced by Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
So
It's got a very Scooby-Doo vibe to it.
yes.
Very much.
Now, are the Chopper and Slime and Dirty whatever, like, are they there for the KISS show, do you think? Like, you think that's bringing the ruffians in?
I think they are.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, so you think that's like a part of the
yeah,
story?
I think that's one of the reasons the guy, he's like, you're bringing all this filth in.
Yeah, that's
so
one of
they're well, what's his name?
Devereaux.
Devereaux. They're Devereaux's their justification for his actions.
Yeah, which makes sense because he takes them out.
Right.
I do want to draw attention to the fact that in the first 3 minutes of the movie, there are 2 human pyramids that are done for no reason other than just to watch them
I think
fall
Arian
down.
pointed
That's
out.
just
The
what they
70s
did.
and family fun.
That's just what they did back in the 70s because they
They
didn't
did
have
that on the
smartphones.
playground in the 70s for fun.
That was like in the 60s. They also got in a phone booth for fun.
Yeah.
So the same thing happened in the 70s. They made human pyramids.
Now everybody just gets on their phone for fun.
Yeah, exactly.
John?
Yeah.
I don't know how much.
Yeah, that's.
Sean's
He's doing research. He's doing research.
He's looking at porn.
He's sitting there trying to find a fact like, I'm going to find something these 2 guys don't know.
I'm failing miserably as well.
Here are our first animatronics.
It's
The
really
Pokey performance.
It's really confusing at first because you think it's just people.
It's just
acting
people,
weird.
right.
Yeah, because it's people.
They probably should have. They should have either done something to make them look more like just put a line around. Because at no point in this movie, except for with Gene,
Yeah.
are the human robots supposed to pass as humans.
Yeah.
And with Gene, he's Gene, so he looks crazy already.
Yeah.
Right?
So they could have done like a line around their face or something to
Yeah.
make that a little less.
Well, actually, he does. Devereaux does say when he's showing them off to the main heroine that they look so lifelike.
Right.
Feel the skin.
But I mean, for the purposes of the story,
Yeah,
just
'cause
so
they don't
you don't
establish
think
it,
2
so you're like-
dudes are just doing kung fu sword stuff on a pedestal.
Wait, I just got really disappointed. They never fought the gorilla, did they?
Oh my gosh, you're right.
never came back.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was great, but it did not turn out to be Chekhov's gorilla as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sadness.
we're jumping the gun there for the listeners.
We are. We're spoiling things.
It's fine.
Do we not have closed caption?
No, we don't have subtitles on this one because it's an import.
And we should note this was apparently filmed at the Magic Mountain Six Flags in
Yeah.
California.
Which I want to check out now.
In case you're
I want to see
Well, I
these
wonder
animatronic
how-
in
gorillas.
case you're a
Yeah.
theme park junkie.
I would be curious because you see how the Coke cups are placed
Oh
in
yeah.
a lot of these shots, and even later on when they destroyed the Coke stand.
Yeah, that's
I wonder
right.
if
Yeah.
placement was in action back then.
For sure.
I bet it was.
For
See,
sure.
I don't
It's so
know if it
prominently-
was that far back.
I think it's so conspicuously displayed in this case.
Yeah.
Well, and also this is television, which is
Yeah.
a different thing.
Yeah.
than-
Right.
True,
Yeah, in the film,
And, like-
They're probably airing Coke commercials in between. You
I'm
know.
sure.
Yeah.
And like this entire enterprise was like basically just a cash grab.
Well, yeah. But so is everything.
Well, sure.
Everybody
Well, it
wants
is-
money.
it's-
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's a KISS movie. KISS is known for
They
marketing
didn't fight
now.
the astronauts either.
Damn it! They only
Yeah.
fought the
Spaceman.
agents.
So many missed opportunities.
They could have fought Space
Maybe
Force.
maybe we need to watch
Ace
Attack
can't
of the
fight his own
Phantom.
people.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
That would have been a conflict of interest. You're right.
Can't have
Alright.
a conflict.
Get Kiss D tonight.
Yeesh.
Kiss D.
And that
Apparently,
is exactly what
apparently
that
a lot
meant.
of women got Kiss D back
They,
in the
Yeah.
day.
they got
Yeah.
Kiss
Oh,
D.
especially jeans, from what I've
Yes.
heard.
About
From
3
what he
years
says.
ago,
He
we
has a
went
little
to the
Polaroid
Illinois
collection.
State Fair because KISS was playing, and I grew up in Central Illinois, and I was like, man, I gotta go back.
Oh, that's
to the
great.
stomping grounds to
Yeah, yeah.
see my boys. And so it's at the state fair, it's outdoors, and I was so bummed walking around because they weren't doing the tonight.
Oh,
KISS
right,
in
right.
concert.
Yeah.
One show, so I just started doing it myself. I was walking around there, tonight, Kiss! You know,
That's
people-
awesome.
One night
people looked
only.
at me really strange. It was awesome. But I was like, how can they not be
Yeah.
doing
Right. The most merchandise hype, whatever oriented band in the world, and you're
Yeah.
not gonna play into all the like carny huckster
Yeah,
stuff when they're
you
coming
know?
to town.
And here's not Chekhov's
Not
gorilla.
Chekhov's gorilla, who's wearing. I think. Well, I don't know. They look like dress shoes. They're
Yeah,
not even
they
like
are.
gorilla feet.
They're just dress shoes. They're like the upper parts of gorilla feet with like some dress shoes underneath.
So I was gonna
Because the budget's so great for this movie.
speculate that maybe there are some extra cuts that they used in the alternate version of this movie, which is what, the European version? Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yes.
And it's called
Attack of the Phantom.
Attack of the Phantom.
Yeah.
Now even Kiss meets it.
Yes.
It's just Attack of the Phantom.
Yeah.
And it has some different musical, which we'll talk about that later once we've gotten to the music part. Where are we on our timer, Jason?
We're 10 minutes and
10
almost
minutes in
11
and
minutes in, and
no Kiss yet.
no Kiss
But you've seen the
since
Kiss
the beginning.
shirts.
We've seen the Kiss shirts. We've seen the Kiss.
They were
The
there.
Kiss
in the-
cosplayers.
Yeah.
They
You
were
saw
there
the
in the
Kiss
opening
cutouts.
credits.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
They were there in the opening.
Yeah, that's true.
credits,
That's true.
but that's
Well, but that's the tease. That's the tease. You gotta
Yeah.
give them a little something. And you're like, all right, you gotta wait. We've got to establish this world before we throw Kiss into it.
I don't think they were cosplayers back
Give
then.
a lot of credit to
They were
this
more.
world.
Yes.
Well, they weren't even
Fake.
cosplayers. They just had their
No,
faces
there-
painted.
There was Trekkies.
Oh, look, there they
Yeah,
are.
Yeah, there's a whole,
Yeah, yeah.
There's a whole costume contest
Now-
now.
Well, and Kiss also, it was 74. There was the kissing contest they would set up in cities for promotional things.
Oh, no kidding.
And the first album, the damn name of the song, "Kissing Time," was added to after the first release of it. Which, if you have the copy of the first release, that's not on there. Well, when they were doing the contest, going to the different cities, they recorded that song, and it was supposed to be just for the contest stuff.
Right.
Well, when they repressed the first album, they threw it on
They
there,
added it. That's awesome.
and so there's
We should
that version.
note that one of the security guards is a well-known character actor who's shown up in a bunch of stuff, including as one of the replicants in Blade Runner.
And if you've watched movies ever, you know his face and recognize
Yeah,
him.
see him.
He
Very
was
easily.
the one who didn't know what a tortoise was.
Now, one thing that we also missed when the Kiss Lookalike contest, that was an actual radio DJ from, I forget the call number, I think it was 95 something, that helped set up the concert for this movie. And on that same radio station, Kiss, a few years earlier, took over for a day and became DJs to help set up for their show at the Forum, which was a Kiss Alive 2.
Life too. Yeah.
This is just super Kiss inbred.
Now we're watching the carnival ride go crazy because the mad scientist guy
A new
designed.
motor.
He's
No,
obsessed
no.
with
A bad
speeding up
motor,
mechanics.
yes.
No, that's what he said. He didn't want to snitch on the pump.
Yeah, for
Oh,
some
yeah,
reason,
'cause
even though he
well,
hates them.
No, it's because he wants to
His own
mess
justice.
with them himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
you're right.
Yeah, he's got plans for them.
Yeah.
He's the Imagineer from hell. And
He's got very villainous
He's
eyebrows.
no Rick Baker. That's an Imagineer.
yep,
Just saying.
you're right.
Uh,
A
just-
weirdly both.
I listen to a lot of theme park podcasts.
He's no Marty Sklar.
As one does.
I like these barrels.
Yeah, they're
I
like, it's like a tilt-a-whirl with barrels.
I like
Pretty
that
sweet.
aesthetic for that.
That one should have been supercharged. That'd be really fun.
As the,
No, I wouldn't.
I would.
Because the Harley Quinn ride at Six Flags Over Georgia is basically that,
Oh, the secret
but it goes
lair.
up and down,
I'm
and
not
it is
gonna ride
just nauseating.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll ride any roller coaster, but shit like that just spins you around like I like that.
I feel like most carnival rides are just how long before they puke.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Which is
the-
funny because they serve food that's
Right. that-
enhances that
Yeah.
particular.
yeah.
It's very, very barf-inducing food.
Let me have a pile of deep fried onions and Snickers, and then go on this thing that's going to spin me around at 8,000 miles an hour. Let's see how this
what
turns
could
out.
possibly happen?
Right.
I do like the
You're gonna buy a $5 bottle of water.
Yeah, to wash your
Raincoat for sale.
Yeah.
Raincoat.
You know. once the first person barfs, it's like a chain reaction of vomit.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about this control room.
I love this console.
This thing is very.
There are buttons everywhere.
Like, this is detailed to the point where I wonder if it was a... Well, I'm sure it was built for this, but it's one of those things where it looks like it could have been a set for something else.
They built it for 2001 and then just recycled it. And like, it looks evil.
It kind of looks like it's an organ that kind of takes place of the Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
I noticed that in the poster.
250 feet
Yes.
below.
So,
Yes.
The whole Phantom.
yeah, she comes down the elevator
Very
and
much
he
Phantom
says,
Opera.
you just came down 150 feet in
150.
2.2 seconds.
Yeah.
But then it goes up.
In an elevator with no doors.
No doors.
Well, no, it's got a
it's
door.
It's a clear door.
It's got a plexiglass door.
It's got a clear door.
That can handle that kind of descent.
Well, that's all they can. That's why it doesn't have a metal door. Metal can't take that.
Right.
Or metal wouldn't protect a human's frail form from that kind of velocity.
Exactly.
For the G-force.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so let's talk about the bad guy, the Phantom. He is making robots that look incredibly realistic, but they all move like dumb shits.
They look remarkably like people pretending to be androids.
Work in progress,
That's how good the effects were.
Eventually, he's going to sell this
about
tech
our
to
bad
Silver
guy.
Shamrock.
He was the cult leader in the Omega Man, which was a
Shit, yeah, you
oh my gosh.
1971
Shit, yeah, you
movie.
was.
Oh,
So
nice.
he's into culty kind of creepy figures.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Villain.
Yeah.
The Omega Man's
He
great.
looks like a bad guy.
People
Yeah,
haven't
Omega Man.
seen the Omega Man, you should go see the
It's
Omega
kick-ass.
It's much better than
And
the
if
Will
you-
Smith.
And after you see
yeah.
the Omega Man, you should look into a movie called Last Man on Earth with
Vincent Price. That movie
Yeah.
kicks
Yes,
ass.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Vincent Price movies.
That was
Now-
But before that, we
There's
need
a
to
severed head on the
enjoy.
table.
We need to enjoy this disembodied barbershop
Yeah.
quartet.
which is kind of cool because with them doing the barber thing here, the Kiss meets Scooby-Doo that's come out recently. Kiss actually does a barbershop song in
Oh my
that.
gosh, that's
Oh,
right.
really?
dude.
Yeah, so it's kind of like,
That's awesome.
is there a connection?
Maybe.
Probably
not.
not.
Well,
But-
I'm sure, like, the writers who wrote that, like, are big nerds and
Oh,
they
they
like
totally
watch
are. Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
They totally-
And like they're trying to like work in any
Yeah.
references
That they won't
they
add.
Yeah,
want.
'cause that-
that's possible.
For the listeners, that Kiss Meets Scooby-Doo is great
Yeah.
and way crazier than you expect it to
Yeah.
be.
And I'm sure Kiss didn't get the reference because
They got a
Right.
paycheck.
they, for a long time, you could, if you worked for Kiss, you couldn't mention this movie.
Now, I don't... I'm assuming it was just Gene and Paul doing voices in Kiss Meets Scooby-Doo.
Tommy and Eric did theirs.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Well,
okay.
They could have gotten the same guy who did Peter Chris's voice in here.
Yeah, they could have.
I mean,
He's
Hanna-Barbera all
He's
the way
still
around.
working. He's still working. But
Or
I've
they
got to
could
say,
have or they could have gotten Black Ace.
Gene and Paul were much better in Kiss Meets Scooby-Doo than they are in this.
Which
Well,
the guy who does Black Ace might be Ron Simmons.
Actually, I think it's Don Cheadle.
Yeah, he looks like
If
Don
you look
Cheadle.
at a still, he looks like that version of Don Cheadle when he was Captain Planet.
Yes.
Oh my God.
slow elevator.
Except,
Yes.
of course, Don Cheadle was like,
5.
10 or 12
Yeah.
when this came out.
I mean, it was Dad Cheadle.
It's Ron Cheadle, his older brother. The one that makes the Michelin mix.
Oh, the worst stuff ever.
Ron Cheadle's
The missing
man.
boyfriend.
Now-
Yeah.
He
Mind
just
control,
brainwashed him,
Sam.
right? He didn't turn him into a robot.
Well,
Yeah,
that
he's
little,
getting-
little,
he's got
little
the
transistor.
Yeah.
transistor on his neck there.
He's
you
got
can
that
kinda
little
see.
inchworm on his neck that's it's brain control.
Here,
That's everything.
Somebody went to Radio Shack and spent 7 cents.
Yeah.
Not
It's
even that.
but 7 cents in like 1978 money, so it's like $5.
Right. Man, this chamber of
best.
horrors or
It's
whatever
awesome.
this is just awesome.
It
I
is.
want to go here so bad.
Same here.
The world.
And I want all the actors to just be acting like they're animatronics.
Yes. I don't want it to be a regular honk where
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like actors. I want them to be doing this. Excuse me. Oh, my Leinenkugel Summer Shandy got to me there.
Yeah, hell, I was 13 when this is on, and my life was, Kiss and Monster Magazine. So
there you
This
go.
would have been
it's
like
total
the shit.
makes sense in my world.
Well, and did we even mention that this is I know we did on our first run through, but the fact that this is a Halloween special.
We have not. Like, it didn't. Jason had aired like October 28th.
October 28th, 1978.
Yeah.
I remembered it was fall. I don't remember that it was so close to Halloween. But
That's awesome.
It is awesome, and no other band since then has had. And granted, I guess Kiss has kind of disowned this, but like,
Kind of.
nobody's cool enough to have done. Like, who else had a Halloween special? Well, okay, Korn did their South Park. Korn's Groovy Halloween special. Remember that?
No.
It was an episode of South Park.
I do remember
Yeah, but
that.
And it was hilarious, and it was
Because
this.
it was
It
Korn
was
like
this.
showing up in like a mystery machine to like solve a mystery.
Right. Which, I mean, but it was at a theme park. Like, it was the same thing as this, basically.
Okay.
Which this honestly feels like a live-action Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
movie.
Very much so.
absolutely.
If this
Right
was,
down to the
if this
music.
was
Yeah, everything about
animated,
it
it would
was
probably be a classic.
Well, I wonder if
Yeah, I think you're right.
the is his version of roll. Like, is that what he's going for there?
I think he's going for an
Ace has
alien
always
thing.
said.
Is Ace?
I mean, that's.
Oh,
part of
that's
his
like
life.
that's a thing.
that's-
What happened
yeah.
is the writers went and spent time with each one of the members to try to figure out their personalities so they could bring them out in the script. And when the writers were with Ace, all he would do is go the
And drink, I'm sure.
and so they wrote all his lines. It's just
Oh my gosh!
But while they were filming this, he actually got pissed off when they figured out he wasn't going to have any other lines. So they had to give him
that's
lines
hilarious.
just for this.
It's like, dude, that's kind of your fault.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Dick. And then you get
Whatever.
lines.
I found it seems to me, having watched this through once, and we Kiss it. What's our time now?
We're at 21 minutes and 39 seconds.
And
Okay.
still, Kiss has
No
not
kidding.
made their significant appearance. I found Peter Criss to have the most personality
It wasn't even him.
of any of them. Well, I mean, it was him. It just wasn't his voice.
Right.
But he got all his cat references.
Oh god.
so many cat
So
puns.
many cat references.
So
What do you
before-
think, Catman?
And they were pretty much all the same cat.
Meow, meow,
rappers.
meow, meow.
Yeah.
Because he was just like, oh, this guy's a cool
I got
cat.
9 lives.
Look at this cat. Cat. That's about it.
He
It wasn't
uses,
like clever.
he uses cat more than Bambi Lynn, who works cat into every third thing she says. Love you, Bambi.
She's your niece, right?
No,
Right. No.
Ricky and Bambi.
Huh?
They
Radio
literally
Cult.
turn multiple
Okay.
songs into cat songs, and then they have originals that are cat songs.
These tubes that they disappear down
I
are
want-
fantastic.
Down or up?
And well, that's the thing is like
You don't
they
really
fall
know.
through the floor into them.
into the chamber, and then
But then
later
somehow
on
they're
when
head
Kiss
first,
goes
yeah.
up, it's because they'd be below the ground.
Right.
Yeah, but the way
back up.
the way it looks is like he's coming towards
Somehow
you.
they
in the
get
tube.
somehow they get flipped over
Yeah.
after they fall into the tube.
They fall into the
because
tube.
they're going down them face first.
Much like Miss Yellow, you got to slow down, flip it, and reverse it.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
true.
I would
That's
love
true.
to see the diagram for this haunted house. Here's a tube system that turns you around.
I mean, he's the mad scientist. He can make it work.
I don't know if anybody remembers that crazy like Sega CD game Night Trap.
Oh yeah.
Shit, yeah,
But
dude,
that's
that
what
game
this
was
reminds
awesome.
me of, with the people like getting
Yeah.
dropped through the floor
Yeah.
and then sucked through the tubes. Which are apparently coming out with like a remake of that or not a remake, but a.
Dude, they're just gonna like
Yeah,
they're
they're-
like an HD-ified version of
Where
it
it
on
won't
the
have to
Switch or
load
something.
for 20
12 days,
minutes
yeah.
every time there's
Yeah.
dialogue.
Yeah.
What's her name? Dirty D?
Yeah.
Dirty D.
Dirty, of course.
She-
Which was also the
Done
name,
dirt cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was also the name of someone's character in Pootie Tang.
The less said about that, the better.
Now we're gonna watch Pootie Tang one day.
Ugh. But, I would be for that, except for the fact that it's just a boring movie.
No, it's not a good movie.
Like, it has funny parts, but I'd
I don't
rather
think I've ever
watch
seen it.
I'd rather watch Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park again.
It's not a good movie.
No, it's
not.
really
It's
not.
not worth watching.
It's sadly not good.
Like,
I
there-
love
there's,
the
like-
torture go. All right, we've got to focus on the
Oh, yeah?
Chamber of Horror while we can. The torture's going on in this room. What is happening? Because there's one guy tied to a table, and there's a guy that's just kind of leaning towards him occasionally.
He just keeps pointing at his dills like, ah.
I guess he's supposed to have a whip. He's supposed to be whipping the guy, but like the movement that the guy's doing is like side to side. It really doesn't make
very
any sense
strange.
at all.
And then there's the person that's sitting on the ground, just seeming. I guess they're being whipped.
It's like
and
the
just moving.
laziest torture ever.
It
Whatever.
is.
I felt like they didn't have a lot of direction. I think that they were just like, do the same thing over and over again. They're like, okay.
Here's a whip.
Yeah. And then they just
Where
like
there's
worked
a
in the whip sound
there's a
later.
way.
I wish that at some point Paul Stanley had shot that little cart with his eye laser and turned it into a kiss cart, and then all four of them rode it
And then
around.
sold it back to him.
Merchandise.
Yes.
Newly approved.
Now available at the Kiss Coffee Shop.
Well, because that
I missed
Don't
the Kiss
get me
Coffee-
started.
I missed the Kiss Coffee Shop.
I've got a mug. I've got a mug from there that lasted a long time.
Last time I went, the boot was still there.
It-
Like
it's
the big-
all gone.
We
Oh,
went on a
really?
search.
I went searching
Oh
for it.
man.
Shit.
Well, they got the restaurant in Vegas now, right? Rock and Brew.
Yeah, but it's not Kiss related stuff.
Oh, really?
It's just like,
That was just
Generic
general
rock
rock and
shit.
roll.
yeah.
But there's Kiss mini golf
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, as long as there's that.
And
Yeah,
they have
I
a
don't-
gift shop?
I don't understand how the Kiss Coffee Shop couldn't survive in Myrtle Beach. That's weird to me.
Yeah.
It is strange, especially
Like-
where it
It was on the
was.
boardwalk.
Yeah, it was a
It's
great
like-
spot. It's one of the first things you see
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
like get in. I mean, and it's exciting to look at. Like
Maybe
you're not
the
going to
rent
not go
was
in
like-
there.
Yeah.
Well, also it's coffee. It's a
Yeah.
hot beverage at the beach.
I got a nice
essentially.
coffee when I
Yeah,
was
the
there.
most like you can get iced coffee now.
Well, to me,
That's it.
yeah.
Jim interviewed numerous former
Yeah,
employees
I
and
kept
current
going
employees
into the
of
spot.
the
Man, where's that
boardwalk
Kiss coffee
regarding
shop
the
at?
presence of the coffee
That
shop
sucks,
and why
man.
it was not there when we were there. Very interesting.
But I do have a picture of a road case from the coffee shop that's now in another store.
Oh, cool.
That's the only thing that's left there.
Oh, man. Because we went there a few years ago, and we were like, I was like, man, we gotta go to the Kiss Coffee Shop, and I had no idea. I was all excited. And we go, and like the building was still there. It was just closed down. Like, the
Oh, so you didn't never get to go?
no, I did. Like,
Oh, okay.
no, I was, but she never
Yeah,
went. So I was
we
like, we
went
gotta
to-
go. I was like,
Oh.
that was the whole reason we went to the boardwalk. I'm like, we gotta go to the
Yeah.
Kiss Coffee Shop. It's so
You
awesome.
didn't go for Senior Frogs?
No. The Fat Tuesday is pretty good though.
Yeah.
That place is pretty rad. But yeah, so we were all excited, and then we went there, and like it was just this shell of a building with like a big Gene Simmons boot in the middle.
Should have taken the boot.
Yeah, no, it was like it's part of the building. Like
Yeah,
it was
it's
like
a one
giants. Yeah.
I've got a picture
That's what.
of me
It would require
in
demo.
front of the boot. I've got a picture of me in front of the boot when Phantom Jr. was a baby,
Oh yeah.
and I'm just holding him up like Lion King style.
That's awesome.
Sometimes I'll do that with Moxie.
And you're like, ah, so bad.
She doesn't like it.
What you think, Moxie? Yeah.
Man, this guy, this fam fellow. What's his name again?
Devereaux.
He is creepy as hell.
He is creepy, dude.
His eyebrows,
He's
I
got
just
an
can't
odd
get
face.
past him. Yeah. He looks like his face is made of wax. Like, I really did expect him to take off a mask and be like, it was really...
Yeah, I thought his face
Yeah.
was fake for a minute.
It was really Professor...
And I would have got away with it too.
Oh,
if it
oh,
wasn't-
we're getting to the
Oh,
concept
is this
scene.
it?
Yep. we're
And
getting
I also
in
thought
there.
possibly he was a robot and he was making more robots.
That's kind of what I thought was going to be
Yeah.
at the end. I did not expect. We won't spoil it yet.
yeah.
I did not expect the outcome that we got.
I
But
can't
still
even
don't
spoil it because I
understand.
don't get it. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to re-examine that when we get to it and see if
Yeah.
we can figure out what the heck is
I
going
have
on.
a theory.
Okay. Okay.
I'll expound upon it later.
Yeah. Sit on. Put a pin in it for now, because we've
Yeah,
got to look
so-
at this guy's wonderful evil geniusness. Look at that.
That's a huge ass layer.
Oh,
Yeah.
fireworks, fireworks. Here we go.
Nighttime. It's very
Yeah,
Any
Right.
second now,
They're gonna fly
it's going
in.
to happen.
Greatest fucking walk on ever.
Oh yeah.
They knew how to make an entrance. That's
Even
for
better than Shawn Michaels at whatever WrestleMania it was. He zipped down to the ring.
I appreciate because it always like they always open with a different song like every time they have a show because there's a 3 shows.
Yes.
And
What?
here 29 minutes, 36 seconds. A third of the way into the movie, we get Kiss.
And they are flying in from outer space using their eye lasers.
But he walks down
He
from his
walks
eye laser.
down the
It's
eye
so
laser
badass.
that he just shot out of his eye.
2 words. Paul fucking Stanley.
Yeah, it's true.
And then he shot at his own eye laser with his other eye laser and exploded.
When
And that summoned the demon.
Yes.
Gene popped up with his back to the camera, at first I thought it was going to be Uatu the Watcher because his cape looks blue and it has that big giant thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, man, are we getting is the Marvel
Marvel,
Comics
yeah.
connection that strong? Because you know the Watcher's watching this concert.
Yeah.
I would
And
hope
he's
so.
like, how did you do that with the eye
The
laser?
watchers watching us watch this concert.
Oh my gosh, you just scanned
Now,
Didn't the
Kiss
Watcher
would
die?
only have played Watching You in concert.
Ah.
Watching the concert.
So let's talk about song
Stanley's
selection.
still alive.
Oh, okay.
What? Because to me,
There's not a lot of Kiss music in this movie.
well,
for being
that's
a
I was
Kiss movie.
surprised there wasn't more music. But even the song selection that we get in this version of it seems a little weird to me. But is this in '78? Was
78,
this?
no, this totally makes sense to me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, the one shot at the concession stand, you know, they're playing Christine 16 in the background.
Mhm.
Right.
So there was some little filler in there, you know. But no, this why they haven't released the soundtrack, don't get me started. But
Yeah,
you know,
that's
Now-
because you'd think even if they don't want to have anything to do with this, if they sat down and kind of touched it up, did a little mastering and stuff,
Yeah.
like this would be a perfectly reasonable release.
They can make money.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, some of these are we were talking about this earlier, some of them are live tracks, right? Like live recordings?
yeah, and then some of the footage is live, and then some of it's, you know,
Soundstage.
soundstage stuff. But
But it's odd because there's when they play the version of God of Thunder at the end is live,
yeah,
but and another song that we won't discuss yet is live.
Yeah.
But then they play what did they play that was very clearly the studio version?
Rock and Roll All Night was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
definitely the studio version.
Well,
it was
that-
weird.
which
That
is an
plays
interesting
so much
version
in here.
because it didn't have the guitar solo in it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a good point.
Huh?
That's weird. So, yeah, they should release the soundtrack because they're different tracks.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
now,
definitely different
supposedly
enough.
the tapes of all the live stuff from the park is lost,
That's
but now it's just surfaced. There's a collector on Facebook that sells unofficial copies of
Imports.
stuff. Yes, imports.
Import.
And he claims to have the disc of the outtakes from this and the footage of the show.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, wow.
So I'm waiting for someone to actually review it to see if it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's like, you know. But the song that will come up later, supposedly those tapes are lost.
Oh man!
That
So-
sucks.
Now, speaking of the music, if there is a version of this movie we talked about earlier, Attack of the Phantom, and you can get that. It's available on amazingly a Kiss product, KISSology Volume 2, 78 through 91, but it's the European version of this. But if you watch that, it has a lot more music than the version we're watching, because they included a lot of the solo album stuff when they released this movie in theaters over in Europe.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So it's just from, and for the listeners that may or may not be KISStorians, each of the members of KISS released a solo album.
After this.
But as their, like, it wasn't like,
As their Kiss persona.
right,
it
right,
wasn't
right.
like they're
It
splitting
starts
Yeah.
out not
Yeah.
Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
But they're actually Kiss albums. People
Right.
always say they're solo, but it's actually Kiss. The name of the album is Paul Stanley.
Right.
Kiss, because it helped the group Kiss sell more units. So
Because everybody
it made,
wanted
it made
albums.
Kiss look like, wow, we sold
Right.
4 million
Oh my gosh.
in 1 week.
So by that
Instead of
time,
Gene sold 3 and
Yeah.
Peter sold 12. You know, and it also stays underneath the catalog of Kiss So when they later dumped their whole catalog, to Universal and all that stuff, that went with it. I mean, they don't own their rights to their songs.
So by that time, they were already in businessman.
Full on money. This product now. It's.
And the most famous of the Kiss solo albums was the Ace Frehley one. That was the biggest seller.
Supposedly, yeah.
You don't think so?
I would think Gene.
I think either Gene or Paul probably sold more.
From what I understand, I think
Aces was more received.
Well, it was more received, but it was better solo because, I mean, it had the big single, New York Groove, on there.
Which he didn't write.
Oh, right. I know he didn't write that. Forget who, Ballard or something wrote that.
Yeah. Russ Ballard.
Finn Balor.
Russ.
Fired shot.
Finn Balor was not born yet.
But like that right there, that shot of that stage, the Alive 2 stage show, nobody had done that.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Nope. Same.
And that shot there, you get no more rock than that.
Yeah.
Especially in '78.
You don't even really see that now.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they changed the whole game.
Oh, yeah. Sunrise are coming up, never done before.
Yeah,
Cherry Kickers with everybody else coming over to this audience.
Open up Alive 2. That's all you need.
I can't wait.
Done.
Motley Crue owes it to them.
Zombie owes it to them.
So,
Metallica. To five. I remember.
Okay, this scene. I got to stop real quick. This scene right here, I feel like I'm watching 4 copies of Shane Morton. Anytime he walks down the stairs, which I realize is, technically it's the other way around, but I love it because every move they make on these stairs, I can just see Shane.
Scream Shane to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. See, now Shane's a huge old school Kiss fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He cannot tolerate the product now.
Right.
All,
now we're capturing. They're being imaged now.
Yeah,
in order to have robot copies
So they can
made.
have Kiss bots.
Yeah, he must have like a badass 3D printer or something because he makes it like right away.
Dude, they didn't have 3D printers back then.
I don't know, man. I wasn't alive.
He's a super scientist.
Yeah.
With an entire theme park.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
He's an idiot. He should be making those 3D printers back then and making the money.
Yeah.
Then he can open up his own theme park.
The scene that'll come up when it has all the pictures on the wall, there's a cool little tidbit when it gets to that.
Okay.
Nice.
And
I like how he's the one laser, and it doesn't like kill anybody. It just gives him like abilities to hear and talk.
Random abilities.
Well, right now he's in mind control.
Yeah.
Right now he's in mind control mode.
Yeah.
he's like hypnotizing her with his eye laser.
2 words, Paul fucking Stanley.
He's in the charisma, man.
His eye laser has more powers than the Green Lantern ring.
His eye laser is as powerful as Gene Simmons' crotch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
wish Gene Simmons had a dick laser.
Yeah, why didn't
awesome.
fire out of his
That would be badass.
Yeah, no, Paul should have shot his laser off the cod, like the fucking
the
Disco
mirrored
Ball
codpiece
Yeah.
turned into 1,000 lasers.
Yeah, that would have been fucking badass.
We
But
should have
it's-
wrote this movie.
But the laser's not really an offensive. Well, I don't know. Is he blasting robots with it later?
No.
He's just throwing them around.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
just kind of cunt.
I think
Yeah.
this helps him like.
It's
communicate.
for peace and love. It's
Yeah.
not for destruction.
No,
He
it's
was
mind.
the lover before the Star Child.
It's the mind. It's mind control, and it's better hearing. You don't need to. You
Well,
don't
and
need
You know
to.
that
apparently-
famous superpower, better hearing? I don't have that at all.
Yeah.
He and also he can use his laser to share other people's thoughts with the rest of Kiss.
Yeah.
Because that's what he says right
Yeah.
there. He's like, "We can all hear your mind now."
Okay.
Okay.
All right, on all these photos up on the wall right here, that photo right there is from the first Kiss Army fan club pack.
He's pointing,
nice.
pointing to the Peter
that was
Chris.
the photo that you got.
It's the second from the
Yeah,
right,
he's
second
singing
from the
back.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Peter
Oh,
Chris.
wow, that's
actually
awesome.
from the Kiss Army kit.
So
that
the
you
people
got
who
in 75.
knew. Like, they were like,
Yeah.
oh, I have that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So the Kiss Army, I mean, this is their official fan club. When it started, because they had like Beatles fan clubs and stuff too, right? So that wasn't really that innovative, but was the way that they did it different?
Yeah, it was started by 2 fans.
Oh, so it was literally
in Indiana. They started it, and then as it kind of grew, because it was I want to say Terre Haute, but it may have been Fort Wayne. They were trying to get the radio station to play KISS, and they wouldn't do it. So they made up like, well, we're the KISS Army, and we demand this. And they finally, and then the management had heard about it, and that's kind of how the meetings of the minds.
Oh, wow.
So
okay, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, but is it just me, or does Gene look like he's like 12 feet tall here?
He does?
He does.
The way they shot it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think he's always shot to look really tall.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and it's
And he's also
also
wearing like 7-foot tall boots.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
and also the first Nightmare on Elm Street when Freddy's coming down the alley.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
very
yeah.
reminiscent
Yeah.
of that to me.
I also like that whenever you see the bricks through the wall that he knocks down, like you see the styrofoam breaking off them, and like you see just white because they're painted gray.
They shouldn't have built those walls
yeah.
out of styrofoam.
Yeah, they really should. Yeah, they shouldn't have made styrofoam bricks.
So this is Evil Robot Gene, the first of the evil KISS robots that we see.
I feel like
And,
they could have gone a little further with the evil robot
If,
KISS.
if you're going to
And having,
start
like, terrorizing
with
people during
one,
the
you might
day
as
at
well
the
start
park,
with
you know?
Gene.
like
He seems to be
shoving
the
ice
most
cream in people's
powerful.
faces.
I would have liked to see a lot of this happen during the day, because then we could probably tell what was going on.
Yeah, right.
yeah, it would make a little more sense.
This is a very dark movie.
It's
This guy
KISS.
very slowly falls off this roof. Like,
Well, you got to be careful with that terracotta so you don't break those
Yeah.
shingles.
Yeah.
I mean, it's KISS.
There it is.
Yep.
There's
Yeah.
the Coca-Cola stand, made out of balsa wood. Clearly, I love
I
this.
love how
Gene
roof
just
was
walks
so
through it.
awesome.
Gene
I
smash.
feel like they had wires on the roof to just yank it up as
As
soon as he
he
touched
touched
it.
it,
just-
yeah. I think you're right.
goes.
I love that, like, during the day when kids are just hanging out, not performing, they're hanging around the pool in Space Wizard robes.
They're
In
just
lifeguard
Sitting in
chairs.
lifeguard
Yeah.
chairs that are the chairs are
Very
like
tall.
5 feet
Because of the
tall.
boots. The boots. They'd have to have.
Yeah.
How do they climb up into the chair in those
Checks
boots?
out.
I would
We
break
see
my
it.
tibia.
Gene, we see
They
Gene
have superpowers.
do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. I don't have
Talismans.
superpowers.
You know what? Going
Wish I
down
had
my
a talisman.
further, this is a prequel to Halloween 3. They're the
Wait. You've got to go back and explain why you're saying that, because that was during the first watching.
Oh, okay. So, as I'm looking at the technology that Devereaux is putting together, it looks eerily like the weird, not people from Halloween 3.
And to double down, they now look like druids.
And they now look
Yeah.
like druids,
Yeah.
and they're the ones that bring the Stonehenge technology that doesn't actually exist because it doesn't work that way to the evil villain
You
in
know,
Halloween 3.
What if the
You keep
talisman-
saying that, and you have yet to explain
Yeah.
how
Exactly
Stonehenge
how
works.
Stonehenge
It's rocks based on sun position. They don't have any magical ability with
You don't
technology.
know that.
Yeah, how do you know that?
Because I'm Irish.
That's
so you
not
know
how
everything.
that works.
I am also Irish, and I don't know that at all.
Yeah.
I can't vouch for
All
that.
Irish means
Irish
you
is
like
my right
vodka
butt
and you
cheek.
eat potatoes.
No, vodka's right.
Vodka?
Or not vodka.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Whiskey, sorry.
We're done here.
Vodka,
so we're-
potatoes,
Let's all
same
have some
thing.
potatoes.
We now have our female protagonist, whose name I cannot remember,
Melissa.
Melissa.
Melissa, which King Diamond named his
off of this movie.
Yeah,
alone.
yeah.
It is based.
completely.
Was this like Sweet Melissa?
From the Allman Brothers?
Now, now we got the
Okay, here we go.
Those boots are
So
badass.
not only does Gene
I
have
would've fallen in that
platforms,
hole.
but they're healed platforms, and he's about to climb up in this chair. I'm almost positive they show it.
I mean, he looks very guilty right now. Like, I know he's like supposed to be like, oh, that wasn't me.
It's
But
all the shiny.
yeah.
I don't even know.
That is a giant codpiece.
I feel like he has to walk strangely because those boots don't
Yeah.
make it so
But
you can walk.
between the heels and the knee parts sticking up so high, like
Yeah.
if he walked normally, he'd be like, I think he'd be stabbing himself in the scrotum
I
with
think
those,
so. Like he'd be
those
making
knee toppers.
little
Look,
micro
look at
cuts
that.
in his nuts.
Oh no, they're
love
gonna they're gonna have a cut. No, superpowers. Oh, come on, show
They
it.
don't show it.
They don't show it. He's just up there
stepping
next
on-
scene.
They like got a
He probably
crane to
stepped
lift
up.
up.
Stepping on the
Oh,
cement. Yeah.
No, I'm there's
He's
just
got
like
some
four.
production assistant
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
just bends
Yes.
over.
Yeah,
Or
he's
like,
just
or
up
like
there.
at the end of Bruno, where he's just
Now,
sitting
he might
on
not-
people's furniture.
They might not even actually be sitting there. They're just filming him from low.
Now, because they do a pan out.
Yeah, I mean they're up there
He's on
for
that.
sure.
My question is, I mean, granted, I don't know what the material is, but this is California, hot. how hot were they wearing those robes in the middle of the day?
Well, just the costumes with
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
armor pieces and all that. Like, I'm thinking about that chain sitting on his chest. Just thinking about
I know
that
this.
thing. Well,
Now, yeah, but I don't know because they're up there on stage in those costumes with the pyro going off all the time.
that may not even be metal.
Right.
Right.
But I also want to say this. They're sitting in these crazy lifeguard chairs around the pools, and they each have a towel. So, was Kiss going to go swimming?
I hope so.
You know?
I would like.
Like, is
Famous
there a
Kiss
where's the
towels
Kiss
that are highly
swimsuit?
collectible if you can find one.
You probably don't want to see.
I would like to
Kiss
believe.
swimsuit.
I would like to believe that Kiss goes swimming, and as they dive into the water, their costumes morph into appropriate swimming
Bathing gear?
costumes.
They
Yes.
still look badass.
Yes.
And they like the platforms turn into flippers.
Right. They just become full-on mermen.
Although I have no doubt that there is much less of the swimming costume than we would care for there to be.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's like a
Yeah.
black and silver Speedo.
Thong Speedo.
With weird.
Jeans has a tongue on the front.
Oh, good
Oh,
lord.
God.
Ah.
Turns out it's just his dick hanging out.
And it still goes like that.
yeah.
Ew.
Moxie.
The context for this makes no sense.
For the listeners, Arian is taking a break and Moxie's wandering around, wondering where her daddy is.
Oh, no.
She'll be all right.
She's
though.
looking at the toys.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make me feel better. So, yeah, these are some kind of meshy. Like, clearly they're supposed to look like chainmail-ish type.
This is their relax wear.
Like, this is what they wear at
They
the
look
Ren
like
Fest.
shiny
under their arm. Like that's-
Kiss casual wear.
Yeah, it's kinda-
Yeah.
About that whole.
Yeah, it does.
Aren't those the druid robes from the druids in Spinal Tap? Or am I imagining that?
I remember those druids being much smaller.
Melissa has her magical security pass that gets in everywhere.
And also monitors everything.
Yes.
I'm going to
They are.
get one of those.
They're the
Talismans.
talismans.
I want replicas of those. That's badass.
That's what I wanted. I'm glad you said
There
that.
are bootleg versions of them.
Okay.
Oh, they look worse than what these actually look.
Ah, damn.
Import version?
Oh.
No, these straight up bootleg shit.
Yeah.
It's a garage kid that's still
I
living
need
at home
to,
with
I
mom.
feel
down
like
in
you
the
had like a
basement making
bandsaw
stuff,
and
man.
like a router, you could make them. Probably do a really good job.
Or
Yeah,
CNC
I don't think they'd be too
Yeah.
hard to replicate.
Yeah, Bones.
That's what I was going to say. Bones could make them
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to get Monica Moniker to make some pins of those.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a great
That would
enamel
be
pen
good.
set.
Awesome.
Yeah,
For sure.
awesome.
I wonder if anybody's ever done a T-shirt of them.
Ooh, I know a guy who could.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
Are there clear pictures?
Black
of
shirt,
those?
red ink.
They're hard to find, like really clear pictures of the actual.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
guess
the
it would
screenshot
have to
from the
be-
movie is not going to be very clear.
Yeah,
I
this is-
wouldn't
This
mind.
is the finest early 90s Laserdisc technology, sir.
You're right. You're right.
I would love to have, because, you know, they still make tons and tons of Kiss figures, like Mego style and 3 3/4
The Paul
inch.
Stanley
really
claws.
I would love to. Yeah, the Paul Stanley claws.
Yeah.
Just
did
released.
you like write them or something? Like, how did they make that?
No, that's what they.
That's
That's
I
one
wrote
of the.
Kiss in 6th grade.
It's all
Chris-
supervision.
You know, Chris works for that company. Chris, that's on the podcast.
Chris
Oh, yeah?
Petrillo?
Yeah,
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
he works for Figures Toy Company,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
and that Santa Claus. They did a Santa Claus 2 years ago that I've got in there. It's a Mego style Santa Claus, and it's that body, but it's got a Santa head.
Right.
And they did a series of 2-packs of like Batman and Santa Claus, each member of Kiss and Santa Claus, and I don't know why they did Paul Stanley Santa Claus,
Paul Stanley Claus.
but that's
I
yeah.
think because of Evil Jim.
Yeah, his eye has been
His
in my
eye.
backyard.
It's been in
Yeah.
our yard. Yeah.
But yeah, there's tons of Kiss figures out there now. I would love for somebody to do a Mego style, one of those play sets that's the cardboard with the vinyl over it, the clear vinyl over the printed
Yeah.
cardboard of that dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they also make the Mego style, like Werewolf and Frankenstein, like the generic
So you could
monsters.
just make the
Yeah, you can have your own
set.
park dungeon playset.
That toy company actually makes the robes, like the poolside robes.
Oh, really?
For your 8-inch or 12-inch figures.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Shit.
That's great.
awesome.
Yeah, they've got a ton because they've done a. I don't know if they've done every era, but they've done a lot of the KISS costumes in 8 and 12-inch. Like they're on it, man. I mean, they obviously that stuff does well, and they enjoy doing it.
Yeah. I mean, there's 8 of us left. Everything.
Now, what's going on with Gene here? He's got his leg kind of hanging off. I couldn't quite tell what he was doing.
Kicking ass.
Is he like?
Play
Yeah, that was just weird. It looked like he was sitting on the stage.
Show, showing off his boots.
I'm playing my cock bass.
Okay, so which song was playing right now? I can't remember.
This is Rock and Roll All Night, I think.
No, I think this is
No, that
Stole
was-
Your Love.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's the right key. So, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Jim is watching his dad play the guitar and knows what song it is.
That's the key of E, isn't there?
That's,
And they are tuned down a half step on this stuff.
in case
so
you're
we can
wondering
cover it.
about Jim's mutant ability, it's playing the fucking guitar.
Anytime,
Guitar
any place,
And
with
he-
any
oh my
band.
God, yeah.
What's the band? Here we go. Sam the serpent has gone missing.
Okay, wait.
That's
I
the
need
name
some
of the
backstory
serpent back
there.
there.
Really?
Yeah, it's known as Sam, and it's been missing for a bit, even though they think it's still in the warehouse somewhere. Now, on the Live 2 tour, when Peter had the 2 giant cats that were on the side of the stage, which, you know, they're not on this, supposedly they were stolen while they were playing in Atlanta
Oh, wow.
at the stadium.
So
That's
some
when they
asshole
came up
around
missing.
here
I'm sure you don't know anything about it.
No, and I don't. But
No.
and actually, get a hold of Shane. I think he knows the story better. They'll pop up like every now and then, like at someone's weird club. Someone had them out there in Cabbagetown one year on their porch at Christmas time.
Oh my
And it's like
gosh.
those are the fucking cats,
That's amazing.
and
Really?
then they disappear again. So in theory, one of
Wow.
them's still in Atlanta somewhere. Which,
Wow.
Wow, that's awesome.
So you mentioned the KISS warehouse, and as soon as you said that, in my head, it's the warehouse from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
yeah.
But full of KISS stuff.
Yeah, it has everything but records. Anything that's not musical will probably be in there.
There's a couple of giant KISS signs from the different tours in there.
Well, you know, when they did the auction, they sold so much of their stuff off. You know, what, 8 years ago, 9 years ago? I mean, they sold just, you know,
Wow.
everything. And, you know, there's still stuff, but, I mean, the live costumes, Live 2 costumes, amps, they just all that shit, just, you know. But to them, it's hey, it's a product. We can get how
Yeah.
much? Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, especially Gene. He's a marketing.
Yeah. It's like,
well-
they know they're Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley.
Right.
So why do they need stuff to remind them? You know, it's like, I know who I am. So,
Yeah.
You know.
I
Well,
watched,
they can always get more stuff made.
No shit.
I watched their show.
They can afford it.
Whatever it was. What was it called? The reality show?
Oh, Gene's Family
Oh,
Jewels.
the Family
yeah.
Jewels,
I
yeah.
watched that for a while, and what hooked me... Okay, first thing we gotta mention
Yeah.
this sofa.
Awesome.
There's some
furniture.
kind of giant fuzzy tube that you have to arrange in the shape of a sofa.
Yeah, that seems really
It
impractical.
looks like a giant dog turd.
I looked at
That's
someone
a
would sit in
sofa.
it and like fall through it.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be my concern. Is
You
like
would never be
miss.
able to make a dog turd that big, Mom.
It's like a flurry sittable slinky.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this
Very
version of
strange.
Beth is pretty
Acoustic
sweet.
version of Beth.
Yeah.
Never
Now,
really
now
is.
available.
Leave the money on the table.
Yeah.
The only time you hear Peter Chris's real voice.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that a little bit because I don't think we covered it this go round.
We have not yet.
Gene and Paul are the only ones who are using their voices, which granted Gene's voice is
No, Ace.
And Ace.
fucking
Ace,
wacky.
Ace uses
Oh,
it.
Ace.
Just to
Okay.
go,
So
that's
Peter's the only one that's being dubbed over. Oh well, I'm thinking of Ace's stunt double.
Yeah.
That's where I'm.
Which we haven't gotten to yet. It's coming up and it's awesome.
It is indeed.
So who was the voice of Peter Criss for this movie?
Prowl.
And?
Michael Bell. He was the voice of Duke in G.I. Joe.
He was the voice of
Prowl.
like half of the '80s cartoon characters.
Yeah, you heard
remember.
him a lot.
He was a Hanna-Barbera staple.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he
yeah.
still apparently works on like all like the Transformers games and like a lot of the new series. Yeah,
Like
he's-
most voice actors, his IMDb has like 700 entries.
Wow. Need to get him on a podcast.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, that'd be
you guys
awesome.
got stories.
Now, part of the reason you don't hear Peter Chris's actual voice is It depends on who you listen to. One, the producer said he didn't come in for
VO.
VO.
Which most of the dialogue in this movie is VO. Like, you can tell.
The entire movie's VO.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's like he didn't come
ADR.
ADR.
to voiceovers when they come in. He didn't come in to do his. Supposedly, Peter Criss says he did. But also, Peter Criss has a very New York Italian accent that Paul and Gene actually made fun of him one year when they were shooting this film because he couldn't say talisman.
Talisman. Talisman.
Tell us, man.
Yeah, I like to believe they just didn't show up. That seems more
That
likely.
seems way more likely, to be
To me.
perfectly honest.
Well, I don't know though, because it's if it's a producer's call and they're sitting here watching this thing, you
You're like,
can't
we
understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
can't understand it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Yeah, who's available? Let's get it done.
Well, and that could
Who do we
have
have
been
next door?
Yeah, it could have been a mix of both. Like, it could have been like, okay, we can't understand this. Oh, we can't get in touch with Peter. Screw it, just get somebody else in here to do it because we need to do it now.
Yeah.
Can you do a New York Italian accent a little bit? Okay.
Oh my gosh, I just realized, are the talismans what was in the briefcase in Pulp Fiction?
I thought the same thing.
Is this movie the prequel to everything?
It is.
Yes.
Everything
the
came.
power
of Kiss.
Everything came out of this movie.
The
Well-
power of Kiss compels you.
Then that means the talisman were in the trunk in Repo Man.
Yes, Oh, definitely. absolutely, absolutely.
Now, apparently, they're called the Talismans of Kiss, Khysscz.
Makes it more mythical. That
Yeah.
checks out.
That's the name from the comics.
Yeah.
They have an appearance in there. They're drawn much more crudely in the comics.
Wow.
Than even their appearance in the.
That doesn't even seem possible.
It's really bad.
So now we know where I'll get the artwork. This is where business starts to pick up, so to speak.
Oh, yeah, this is where it gets intense.
Yeah, because she
thinks
she has a reaction.
Sam.
She's like, oh, it's my boyfriend, and he is controlled by Davros now.
Nicole, let's say you and Ryan were at a theme park at night.
Well, we've been theme parks very
And you've been separated somehow or other for a while. And Ryan comes walking out like that. This weird stumbly walk.
Like,
barely acknowledges you. You run over, you give him a hug, and he's like, I'm out. Do you let forth a blood-curdling scream, or do you continue your efforts to figure out what the fuck is going on with Ryan?
I do not believe the blood-curdling scream would be in my repertoire at any point.
Or option C, do you just assume that he's very funny?
Yeah.
I
was walking around like that last night.
I believe this
He's
man.
probably so drunk that he does not recognize me anymore.
Very likely.
And it's probably time for me to get him home.
Yeah. Like, all right, fuck, I'll call an Uber.
Yeah. The Uber's coming, baby. It'll be okay.
She gives him a big hug. You would expect her to feel that thing on his neck right there.
Well, but it's under his sweet collared shirt.
Yeah.
Like, that's the perfect spot.
You would think she would at least be like, hey, what's wrong? Or, where have you been? Not,
Yeah.
Give him a slap, go snap out of it.
something.
This is Gene Simmons doing his impersonation of the demon from The Exorcist. What is...
Oh, yeah, we haven't talked about Gene's voice. It's, like, really weird. He's got this weird...
It's all
reverb.
Super modulated and weird and creepy.
It's either to make him sound like a demon, or it's because his line sounded so flat, they were like, we gotta make something out of it.
I can believe...
It's to make him sound like
I can
a
believe
demon.
both of those, yeah.
Especially with that demon growl.
Pazuzu.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, he growls many times in this movie.
It's like a straight up lion growl.
But, unfortunately, he could not be Pazuzu because The Exorcist was already out at this
That's
point.
true, yeah.
So this cannot be a prequel to that.
I mean, maybe there's like a time thing going on.
But maybe they...
Maybe we're
they
about to
can
see the
also
greatest
go-
jump in the history of cinema. Is what we're about to see.
Black Ace.
Black Ace.
Black Ace.
Ron Cheadle.
You
Black.
can
Look
very
at his hands.
clearly
Even.
His
see
hands, his neck.
that is an African American man.
Wow.
Maybe they could
How
have
do you
also
just change
used a young priest
the
and an
actor
old priest or
completely?
That's his stunt double.
But
Is
aren't
it?
stunt doubles
Yeah.
supposed to look a little bit like the actor?
Not if you're filming Kiss Meets the Phantom.
78, baby. Let's go.
Hey, we gotta
get this
NBC
done.
budget
They
here
were like,
to
fuck
make
it,
a
just
movie.
go with that black guy. It'll be fine.
It was
Put some
only
makeup on him.
A little bit of trivia.
Yes.
That's actually Michael Bell.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It was only 8 years later in Spaceballs when they had the reveal of the stunt doubles. And,
Yes, and
and
that's...
Princess
I
Vespa
wonder
was
if that
a
was
dude
a-
with a mustache.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't.
it's a great moment.
No, I guess I was thinking one of those was a black guy too, but I guess not.
No.
No.
I'm not sure how long the production on this actually was.
At least 8 hours.
4 days, maybe.
I love these werewolf robot cat things.
They remind me
I don't
of
even
the-
know what they are.
They
Yeah.
remind me of werewolf versions of the putties from Power Rangers.
That's exactly.
Yeah,
what
you're
they are.
totally right.
Yeah.
You're
Do you
not
think
wrong.
maybe because Sentai, isn't that what that is?
Yeah.
I mean, Japanese Sentai shows had been around at this point,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
For 2 or 3 years by this point, yeah.
So I
started in
mean,
75.
because I mean the way they move in it, because if you watch any of that stuff, the
Dude, it's all like
the
that, yeah.
goons all move like that.
Yeah.
They're like the putties mixed with the Jawas from Phantasm.
Good.
Yeah. Just like the way they move, it's kind of like...
But they're all acrobatic, like the putties, and also like the minute
Yeah.
that they get hit, like they're done.
They're just that was
like
it.
the putties,
yeah.
like it's like they get touched. Oh, you brushed my shoulder, I'm out.
Like this guy's robots, Devereaux's robots they look great, but they're very poorly constructed.
Yeah.
Which
They're like McFarlane toys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who at one point had the KISS license.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
love those.
This
Dude,
movie
yeah,
is
but the
tight
minute you open them
everything.
up on the package, the head falls off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never had that.
I've actually still
I
got
have.
You
the
got the robot version.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
solid
To get the production, 1 month.
1 month.
1
Wow.
month. Wow.
Couldn't tell.
It was all May 1978.
Now,
Yeah, I've still
these-
got the.
yeah. Black Ace is killing
How
it
long
with the
did they?
back.
That's amazing.
Post.
I mean, I guess you couldn't just get anyone to do that. I guess they're just like, well, everyone's looking at the makeup, so whatever.
Yeah, but you can see the blackness underneath.
You
his
know
neck
what?
and him. Who cares?
They just wanted the
It's
best
nighttime.
person for the job.
Yep.
They didn't care
And that's
about the color
you know,
of their
that's
skin.
very progressive.
That's
so
right.
I appreciate it.
Especially for 1978.
That's
Way to
just
go,
really pushing
Hanna-Barbera.
the boundaries.
We should all aspire to be this great.
oh,
That one is my favorite.
Yeah, he did nothing.
The guy just jumps
Well,
past Gene and then blows up.
Gene, that seems to be Gene's special power.
Yeah.
Is doing as little as
Looking
possible.
unconcerned.
Yeah.
Like everybody else is doing kicks and stuff, and he's just like, "Argh."
Well, I think
I have abs.
when he's doing that, that's actually Gene. When you see him more physical, that's his son.
That's his
double.
stunt. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah,
that's
because I think
correct.
Gene's just like, I'm so badass
that's
that
not
like
Peter
I don't
Pan.
need
No.
to take time to fight these guys.
I was confused because at first I thought that was a brontosaurus on the back of Peter's vest.
Now,
three.
I do
Yeah.
like,
Three.
Because
oh,
it looks
that's
like a
that's-
yeah,
that's
that
I
Yes.
look right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's like the most Paul Stanley thing ever.
Shay?
That-
Sean
that-
Shay?
Chuck Norris may be intimidated by that pose.
Yeah,
absolutely. Or at least turned on by it.
Yeah.
I also like how Paul threw one of them.
Oh, look, they are.
He does use
yeah.
the dagger as a weapon.
Oh my
Just
gosh,
one
look at
time.
that
That's
stunt.
a beautiful swan dive.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm glad my stunt double's been doing all that work.
But yeah, Paul threw one
Look
of
at
them
this
down
crazy
on the ground and
werewolf
his ass
head.
blew out.
Devereaux.
Blew out his O-ring.
But he's like, it's weird to me because they're not real zombie werewolves. Like, what did you expect? Like,
Yeah, they're not real.
You
That
know,
was a good
if
line.
you have magical talismans, maybe you would expect real zombie werewolves.
I
Well,
feel like
that's true.
Robots are less weird than actual zombie werewolves.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I saw zombie werewolves running around, I'd be like, oh, I wonder if those are like animatronics.
Would
Yeah.
you let out a blood-curdling scream, though?
Yeah.
I would, especially if I kissed one of them.
Now,
Yeah.
theory. So do you think that he is able to like make these things like fight and do all this crazy shit? Because you see the Asian ones later, and they're fighting and doing all sorts of bad shit. But when you see them in the park, they're moving all stupid. Is that all a ruse?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's just
I
to
think
be like
so,
so
yeah,
people
yeah.
don't get too scared.
Yeah.
Like he can make them fully.
I think he can make a move as much as he wants, but
But
he
he-
realizes, like, well, and you know what? When he let the engine on the thing, like the better engine on the thing, go,
Yeah.
He's like, I know I can't let my inventions hit their full potential.
Yep.
I've got to rein them in.
Yeah.
Because the public's not ready for my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Android technology in 1978 was not really advanced.
Well, it was with him.
Well, yeah, it's all about him. It's not about the
But that's why
era.
he had to make him look like real jerky and stupid.
Right.
Freaked out.
Because
people would have been like, "Whoa,
technology
too
wasn't
much.
a thing.
Yeah.
We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
We got to burn this place
Well,
down."
I don't know, would they? Because Terminator hasn't come out yet.
No, but if there were things that they knew were robots, but were moving like people, I don't think the people of 1978 would have been able to handle it. I wouldn't have.
So,
I would. I'd be like, dude, go mow my lawn. Thank you.
So
like,
wasn't Westworld out by then?
Oh yeah, Westworld was out by then.
Yeah.
But that's Westworld. I don't think exists in the universe of this movie. We're talking about the people that exist in this universe, not the actual people of 1978.
Yeah, we're saying if you were like in this movie and you're walking around at the theme park and you see these robots like moving like people,
just like walking around and kung fu fighting and
purposely
stuff.
made them be kind of goofy to throw them off.
I blurred the line when I said I wouldn't have been able to handle it.
Oh yeah.
That threw the whole conversation.
But see,
off.
like these are like badass and they're robots.
Yeah, that I'm pretty sure the bald mustache samurai guy has been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he looks familiar.
He's probably not the guy from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. As a matter of fact, he's definitely not, but he's been in other things, I know.
That was the laziest fight.
Yeah.
Like even
That, you know what? I'll reveal this now. Gene Simmons' fighting style in this movie was my inspiration for
the Phantom
my
Zone.
fighting style in the Phantom Zone.
It's almost exact.
It really is. Seriously, that's horseshit because I haven't seen this since I was like 8.
But it's
I love that it's the same thing.
Totally, yeah.
To be able to make the claim that I am as lazy a fake fighter as Gene Simmons is.
You're on the other side of the coin from Deadpool. It's not maximum effort. It's minimum
effort, maximum results.
I tried to give maximum effort and I got shot in the dick.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what happens.
Yeah, you were an android in that video.
I've been trying to keep an eye on because.
It's kind of a metaphor for life, isn't it?
look at Gene no
Some
selling.
effort and I end up getting shot in the dick.
Space Ace does all the flips and stuff, and I've been trying to watch his feet to see it because I mean, surely the stuntman's not in platforms.
No.
But they look like platforms, so I'm wondering if maybe they built them up the other way.
Yeah. Although even that would be, as someone who has done back handsprings and backflips.
Well, but if it was just like foam, like if it was a sheath over, like if you had ankle space in the front, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Although, that seems like more effort than this movie would have gone to.
Yeah.
So I can't figure out what's going on with his shoes.
The flips. No.
Right.
I mean, because you get into a rhythm, and if anything is even slightly off, it'll fuck you up.
But if your
It
rhythm
goes
is
down.
in the boots...
Maybe. But I mean, I'm saying he learned how to do those without that, so it would be weird to try to be like...
You don't know that.
It's true. Maybe he studied gymnastics with weird prosthetics.
He learned. He is the '70s premier
Maybe that's
platform shoe gymnast.
That's why they.
That's why it's the black guy.
Because he's
Because
the
he
only
was the
platform
only
shoe
one.
gymnast.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Ron Cheadle.
He was the only one who could do the platform flips.
They were like,
There's
I
a
guess we'll use
market
this
for it
guy.
at some point. Bam!
Yes.
Yep.
And if there was going to be, it was going to be in the '70s.
That's right.
He's like, if I try to do this
Everybody
barefoot, I'm
wore
going to
platforms
over-rotate
in the
every
70s.
time. But if you put the platforms on me, I'm going to land on my feet.
That's how I do my flips.
This movie makes so much more sense now
He was
that
a
all the
roller
truths
skater.
have come out.
So Deveros just gave Sam a blow
Laser
dryer.
gun.
It's a
A
blow
what?
Oh, I was like,
blow
what?
Like, wait, I really wasn't paying attention.
I didn't see that the first time.
You know, as one does.
Because
It is the 70s.
as someone pointed out, rather than having Sam steal the box and bring it back to the lab so he could use the gun, he gives Sam the gun to go and shoot the box to bring the box back so that he could shoot the gun.
I lost all.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
there's a
done.
force field around to get the actual talisman out.
No, but he still ends up just taking the box.
I know, which you
Which
should have
is-
done earlier.
Right. It's like, why does he have to shoot it first?
That is not a great laser gun, but I love the effect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty awesome.
I
It looks
that
like a
doesn't even
silly
match up.
straw that
Yeah.
somebody's doing this with.
It might be. It's a glow in the dark silly straw. I like that they're like, let's chill on this.
So tired.
I'm so tired after the fight. We got to sit down.
You know what? I on the one hand, I appreciate.
because he's shooting the talisman.
The talisman have been
Oh,
taken.
it's draining their
power.
power.
Is being taken.
Okay,
Good
okay.
point, because...
I can still breathe fire.
No.
He's just willy-nilly with that fire breath.
Yeah, I like that. That's his go-to test.
Yeah.
Not like,
But he
can I
never
still
shoots
growl?
But he
I'm just
never
gonna
shoots
shoot some
anybody
fire.
with the fire. Like, he never...
He shoots it at people, but
Yeah.
he doesn't.
Yeah, when they fight, spoiler alert, when they fight villain Kiss.
Yeah, when they fight the evil Kiss
Oh,
robots,
yeah.
he's totally fired
Yeah.
You
up.
know what I just remembered? The end of this is very similar to the end of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
I'm trying to remember the end of Bill and Ted's
They
Bogus
have
Journey.
to, at a concert, be
Oh yeah,
played by
fight evil
versions
robot
of
us's.
Wild
Oh my
Stallions.
gosh, you're right.
Wow.
I think that's the third
just
greatest
drop
point
movie
you've ever
knowledge on
made
us?
during one of these commentaries. You just laughed everybody.
I'd say second behind only his reference of Superman 1.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking as far as like actual incredible insights that Sean has had. Like that's
There are three.
solid. They're three.
Well, the first was definitely about Batman, the animated series.
Heavily influenced the movie.
Alright, so I am digging Peter Chris's vest. That thing's awesome.
Yeah.
I want like a replica of that.
How hard must
They make
it have
'em.
been?
Do they?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do you know what the number 3 stands for?
No, I would figure it'd be a 9. For 9 lives. But no, I don't know.
No. It's because he was the third member of the band.
Oh, okay. That's
But
weird.
if you ask him, he'll also say it's for the Holy Trilogy.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he's Catholic.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh.
Alright.
You can ask them all, you get all different names.
Yeah.
For the Father, Son, and the Holy
Yeah.
Ghost.
Depends on what day it is,
Yeah.
what convention, how much you're paid.
What drugs he's on.
Yeah.
It's the number of shots I need before I record.
The number of times he'll get fired.
Yeah.
And rehired.
There you go.
I was the third member of the band 3 times.
I was actually at the Columbus show in Columbus, Georgia.
I've got that tape.
You got that tape?
Yep, I have the show.
I was at that show when
You can hear me.
I was like 9th row, dead
Oh,
center.
wow. Awesome.
Yeah, but I remember them coming out going like, he couldn't be with us, you know, he had some medical issues.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're like, whatever.
Yeah, keep playing.
Yeah.
Yep. Grooving the
When
show
was
goes
their
on.
show with Anthrax? Kiss and Anthrax came through. Wow, God. When was that?
That's a weird one.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's
I
very
think it was
strange.
like 2005.
I don't Kiss and Motley Crue toured
Yeah.
together.
Oh, maybe that was it. I could swear it was
The
Kiss. I thought
tour.
It was Kiss and Anthrax.
Yeah, I remember the Kiss Motley Crue, but
Yeah.
I don't.
Who opened for Kiss when you saw them at Lakewood and had your ticket issue? Was that Anthrax?
No.
No.
Man, this whole dungeon area is so sweet.
Yeah, this
I
is
wish,
the
like-
best part of the movie.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this.
I wish
The
they.
mummy's
I wish they
cool.
lit it better so you could like see.
Yeah,
things, but
the mummy's like a cool little like midget guy.
yeah,
Pretty rad.
he's a medium size.
You're right.
He's a medium person.
He's medium person.
But yeah, it's fantastic. There's like Dracula and Frankenstein.
Wolfman looks pretty rad.
Yeah, and then that weird torture guy.
The little,
Oh, I just realized is that
the little mini mummy that comes out of the sarcophagus at the end there.
Frankie.
Yeah, he's pretty rad.
Yeah, the one that jumps on like Gene's back.
Yep.
I think he looks like a little person because Gene's boots
So
are
tall.
so tall.
Yeah.
You know that
Probably,
like
what, 6 inches?
Yeah, supposedly.
yeah.
Yeah.
And granted, I don't think he's a short guy either. I think he's like...
No,
at
he's
least-
pretty good size, yeah. He's like 6'1" or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So-
got a pair of the Paul Stanley
Apparently
boots.
Kiss took
The live
that
ones.
with the Crazy Nights tour
Yeah.
back in the 80s.
They're probably about 5.5, 6 inches.
Sorry, explain why I don't remember.
Yeah, they're
I think
really
there's a
really
more recent
huge.
one.
So like when you could have had a very normal sized person hanging off of his back and looking like he was 1.5 feet shorter than
Yeah.
Gene.
Hey, can you imagine the guys who replaced Peter, Chris, and H. Freely. Okay, guys, you got to go through boot camp to learn how to walk in these things.
Yes. It's not easy. I have a pair of, like, huge platforms I wore when I did the Frankenhooker cosplay. And they're somewhere between 4 and 6 inches. And it's a whole different, like, way of walking.
Yeah, it's
in
like
that.
the back of your calves.
Yeah.
Holy
And
crap.
they're not even heels. Like, they're a flat platform. But just putting this much more on the bottom of your foot, and I'm already a clumsy person
Well,
to begin
it doesn't allow your foot to flex.
Yeah.
You walk
So-
like Frankenstein.
Exactly.
And it's exhausting.
Yeah, I wore those for an entire day at Dragon Con, and oof, it was brutal.
Those motorcycle boots I wore for the Phantom, whatever the fuck I was in that video. They don't, I guess.
Phantom Overlord.
Phantom Overlord.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sole doesn't flex at all, so
Yeah.
you end up walking like that. And after I wear those things for 20 minutes or whatever, the whole next day,
Oh.
Yeah,
like my like you're saying, my calves, just
Looks
kill.
awesome, though.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah.
You
I've
do
just got to
have to,
find
like,
something different for Dragon
practice.
Con because I'm not wearing
Dragon
those
Con,
there.
you gotta find comfortable
Yeah.
footwear. So with my Green Lantern costume, or my Guy Gardner one, I initially was like wearing these like big like rain boots.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They're like galoshes, right?
Yeah, but like I brought backup ones just in case, and literally after like 10 minutes of walk around in those things, I was like, nope. And I was like, I don't care. They'd be like, oh, that Green Lantern's wearing Chuck Taylor's. Whatever. I don't care.
Hey, the ring can let me do what I want to.
Exactly.
I stuck it out
constructs.
with the Frankenhooker boots for like several hours, and I was exhausted.
Were you wearing them for the game show, like that whole time?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, I was walking around in
Oh.
5 to 6 inch platforms that whole night.
You were a man.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's intense.
Oh, here. Oh, see,
I
You're
am
a-
not a man.
You were the
I am the
man.
man, not
You're
a
the
man.
woman.
The big stunt.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
the
good.
full body. I was surprised to see that.
And it wasn't even Gene Fire. It was, let me grab
Yeah,
that
right.
torch.
The torch. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
you
Why
think
didn't
you had
he?
fire breath.
Well, he was behind him. He was
Yeah.
behind him. He couldn't.
Yeah, but
They're
he's
weakened,
he's
too.
draining their.
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
draining
right,
their
right,
powers.
right.
Good point.
But not so much that they can't be teleported.
Like short.
Not far, though.
But only
They're-
like 12
They're in the
feet.
same room.
Yeah.
Backup power.
Yeah, I feel like that teleport was supposed to take them back to the pool so they could lounge around.
But they couldn't quite make it.
Yeah.
Or to the carousel, you know.
The carousel. Which
But
that
this-
was anticlimactic. I thought the carousel was going to spin around and shoot him off into space or something crazy.
Yeah, I thought so
Something
too. And then
insane.
just next scene,
It
they're
just-
not
yeah,
on
they're
it
just not
anymore.
on anymore.
They literally just were taking
They're like, oh my god, it turned on by itself. And then next scene, they just.
Next scene, they're like, "Well, good thing it turned off. Let's keep going."
yeah.
Well, that was like the guards earlier when they were walking by. Oh, this came on. Oh, it's off. Okay, we're
All right,
good.
well, we're good then. Job's done.
Yeah, that dungeon fight is by far my favorite scene.
Oh
of the
yeah,
movie.
that's awesome.
And they get sucked up in the vacuum tubes, which is really weird.
That is so shot in reverse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
Timestamp
I
Oh,
got,
yeah, that is a good commercial.
I got a couple already
for commercials.
per commercial.
Okay, cool.
I think she's got her Wonder Woman jacket on.
Yeah, that's like the most brightly colored thing in this whole movie.
70s.
That's what inspired Linda
primary
Carter.
colors.
Well, the
I'm
director
pretty sure
worked
it's
on Wonder
satin.
Woman.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the director did a bunch of horror movies too, like the Oblong Box.
Oblong.
Yeah, I know, it's hard to say Oblong Box.
The Oblong blocks.
And apparently he didn't even know anything about Kiss when he was like directing the movie. And he just called him The Kiss. And like,
The
didn't know anything
Kiss?
about him, yeah.
Isn't that a Nicolas Cage movie?
Probably.
There's the Vampire's Kiss and there's Kiss of Death.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's just The Kiss.
And now we have the bad kiss bots.
Robo Kiss bot, the Kiss bots.
Yeah.
The evil doppelgangers.
Evil
here's the
robot
part, Why
thems.
didn't he just take the fishing lures and put them on their necks, and he could have controlled them now?
Oh, that's a good point
Yeah.
too.
He didn't have to go through them.
Oh,
Yeah.
their mystical powers might not have allowed that though.
Maybe he only
Yeah.
had
Had
so many
to
fishing
have really
lures.
captured them,
Yeah,
literally.
you gotta play it safe and take them out of the equation.
I think they just were like, we want Kiss to battle Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I
Done
mean,
now.
yeah.
Now, this is the entire special effects budget right here with the
The
electric
laser.
light bars holding Kiss.
The laser cage.
Yeah.
Yes.
They could have
Classic.
built some bars, but that's way cooler.
I do like the little bolts going
Yeah.
between them,
Yeah.
though. That's
Yeah.
a nice
It's got
touch.
Like I said,
Universal Frankenstein.
we got a $50,000 special effects budget. Well, for $40,000, I can make electric bars. Do it.
Use the other 10 to make Ace jump over a fence.
Ah.
So what's the story behind that? Or is there a story behind him saying that? What is it's just a
It's
thing?
how he laughs. It's like that's
Like
watch
actually?
interviews and you'll see him start to crack up, like the Tom Snyder interview, the real famous one, where
The
he's
one
just
where they-
hammered. Yeah,
Kill him
he's
into
hammered
it,
out
right?
there.
Yeah.
And you can see Gene and Paul just going like, "Holy shit,"
Oh wow!
And he's just him and Snyder are just cracking up, and he's just going ah, 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 ah. And it's just
Wow!
It's amazing.
See, I was wondering if it was trying to tie into the spaceman theme, trying to be like an alien kind
Yeah,
of.
Right.
I thought it was
It's like an
a
alien
spacey-
It
noise.
turns out he just laughs like a weirdo.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And just kind of like, hey Ace, what do you want to go do tonight?
Oh,
Yeah. It just stuck.
It just makes a weird noise.
He's from
Oh, that's awesome! I love
No,
that.
he's from the Bronx, I think. He's from the Bronx.
I love the faux homemade Kiss banner.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
The 70s, you could do that.
We're all
Right.
looking for Kiss.
Now you get a cease and desist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
Or
I'm
they
sorry,
search
you
you
have
and
to,
not let you bring it in.
Yeah, no,
you
let
have to
take
pay
it in.
money for an officially licensed Kiss banner. Have one.
So, I was thinking about it a little more, the animatronics.
All right, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on to that.
Okay.
Talk about
Does
the
anybody
Winnebago.
buy the fact that Kiss travels in a Winnebago?
No, but I could see that since this is an outdoor
Wow.
show at an amusement park. That
But aren't they
would just be set up for the quick,
For them to just hang
Yeah,
out
it's like,
before
here's what
they
you hit
play.
you hit
That's your
that.
trailer.
Okay,
But,
okay.
but their
Yeah,
place
the
is
Winnebago
like
was it.
right on the other side of the fence of the theme park.
No, I don't think so. I think their hotel's a little farther away.
Look,
Yeah.
let's be honest. They're just a Kiss tribute band, and we all know the tribute bands show up in Winnebago.
That's a fact.
This is true. This is
And
true.
that is the evil Kiss there.
Yeah, that's evil robot
Oh my
Kiss.
god, the
Yeah,
villains in this
that's-
movie are a tribute band. I love this movie.
Yes.
This movie fucking rules.
Now, see,
This comes in on Paul's laser.
Yeah.
this is the best
Kick their asses.
improvement in animatronics that we've seen
Oh yeah.
with the way Kisses.
Right.
Mannerisms
they're
and
Yeah.
We
they
had-
got it.
Awkward Asian soldiers with swords doing the robot, and now we have full-on Paul Stanley.
Well, so like in actual theme parks, like animatronics, they actually have usually two settings because if they're acting weird, they'll turn it on the low functionality setting to where they'll just be like,
Right.
or just their eyes will move, or they'll
How's
be
that?
like, they just go. But
I thought
like,
you were
when
going
they have another setting for full range of motion, like the Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean, where he's all like, "Woo,"
Yeah.
But like if he was acting weird, they would turn him to the lower setting and
To where
he'd
he'd
be,
just like
barely.
lift his drink.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what he's doing with them. He's got different settings.
There you go.
The two settings of animatronics are and
Or like full on rock show.
I thought you were going to say they have the
Yeah.
good setting and the evil setting.
Yes.
that would be amazing.
Animatronics do sketch me out a little bit.
Here is Evil Kiss, and they don't want to rock and roll.
Yeah. And you can
All night
tell if you're
party
keeping
every day.
score at home.
No hotter
Evil
than hell.
Kiss plays the wrong guitars.
Well, no, actually, they don't want it to be hotter than hell. They want to
destroy,
rip and destroy, which has never been released in any way by Kiss.
Nope.
All we can hope is that another band somewhere could
Someday.
perform that incredible song.
That'd be awesome.
I would love to hear that.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Are you
Maybe
ready?
in
Well,
the-
it would
maybe
have
in
to be
the-
around Halloween.
Have to be.
That would be the time.
Holy shit! So this is the 40th anniversary of the movie, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
It's October 28th.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck! I'm old.
We're all old except for Ryan.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
yeah.
Ryan is almost literally an infant. For those of you who are listening and
Sean's
who have,
technically 4, but
who
he
have never
looks
seen
older.
Ryan, but well,
'Cause he's a
Sean
homunculus.
physically looks like a grown adult. Ryan is actually just a child,
Yeah.
I mean, I
a
can't argue
little
that.
child.
Yeah.
He wasn't even out when this movie came out.
If the water gets too deep, we have to pick him up.
And carry him around.
I make him ride in the car seat when we go in. Let me put you in your booster seat, baby.
Man, talk about
I don't want to build you a booster seat.
Yeah, I literally robbed the cradle.
Oh, and now Disney won't hire us. Way to go, guys.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we're all going to get fired from future Disney work.
No, they're going to hire us. We're going to be very successful for them.
And then this podcast
Listen
will
to this
come out.
podcast.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to be like, yeah.
And then they'll find out that I think furries aren't human beings.
So, Kiss.
And I'm
I
right.
mean, I feel like they don't want to be human beings, though, so that's okay.
Well, yeah, they'd be down with your.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
maybe
but
not
then
the murder part, but the not being human.
Yeah, the being roasted alive part, they're probably not down.
Matter of fact, they might even turn around and show you their little suit hole.
No.
Now I gotta use bleach on the inside of my brain.
No yiffing for you. So we still have Evil Robot Kiss rocking it out. They've now incited the crowd to insanity.
Yeah. And, like, everyone's freaking out. They're like, cut the power, but really, they're just lifting their arms in the air really.
Right, they're
Well, no, but the crowd's going. I mean, they are.
They're ready to rip and
We got the
destroy.
talisman.
Yeah.
We got the talisman moving, levitating.
I feel like they.
Space
There's the right to get that rock and roll out of the park.
Because rock and roll is evil, as we all know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Especially in 78.
This is the devil's music.
So
Whoa.
Seizure.
Yeah, that's a little much. I feel like
Hey, look at this button.
I feel like they put over the crowd going nuts well enough. Like I get the idea. Like I get it.
I mean, show a guy, like, throw over a trash can or something and be like, oh.
Whoa,
Chopper,
hey,
dude.
whoa, calm down there, buddy. I don't know what kind of crazy torture porn movie you're wanting us to watch. We can't have people knocking over trash cans
That
here
is
in the
pretty
Phantom
rough.
Zone.
Sorry
Someone
about
has
See-
to clean that up.
Oh,
Right?
that's a good
Now,
point.
I love how the talisman box just went right through the bars. And if you're looking at the bars, you're like, can't they just turn sideways and walk through?
No, because when you're wearing platforms, you can't walk sideways.
And there's no way they could take it off.
I don't think that's true at all, but
I feel like it would take a while to take them off.
I think that stuff's part of their bodies.
Oh, yeah, here we
Yes.
Flying in.
go. The good guy versus the evil doppelganger.
Evil Robot Kiss, you done, son?
How closely was this
Gene looks
released
awesome.
to
They all look awesome.
Superman?
Yeah.
So this is 78, Superman 1 was 81.
No, Superman was 79, right?
Are we talking about
Yeah.
Superman 1?
Superman
Superman 1 came out in 79, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? Or was it 78?
If only we had a way to look it up.
Come
Also,
on, researcher.
Space Ace just did a front flip and he barely landed it.
That was
Gene's
nice.
kicking Gene.
Gene is kicking Gene in Gene's ass.
Look, Peter gets the best fight.
I do like the fact that they're like, I'm going to fight, like, myself.
70.
Superman
I would be
1 was
wanting to fight,
78.
like, the guy in the band I like the least.
Well, the
Like,
thing
I would
is-
be like, I'm going to fight him, if that's cool.
How much easier would it have been
Yeah.
to shoot if they'd fought different ones?
Yeah, like,
they
if
wouldn't
it's-
have even needed 4 stunt doubles.
Yeah,
Now-
exactly. If there was an evil casket creatures, like, I would go straight for Shiloh.
I'm confused with Space Ace's fight because is it
To be evil.
the black Space Ace is the bad guy or is he the good guy? Because he fought on the good guy's
Oh,
side
you're
earlier.
right.
That's true.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
This is like one of those Changeling movies where, like,
It's
at the
like a
end of the
thing.
movie, you're like, wait, is that the good one or the bad one? I don't even know. And that's
Like
you
Kurt Russell
just
at the end of the
gotta
thing.
deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire
Ah, that's awesome.
and then double the
I mean,
fire.
yeah, you got double the fire.
That's so awesome.
So weirdly, they said that when Superman came out in December, the tagline was "You will believe a man can fly." Clearly, no one had seen Kiss meets the Phantom because you already would have believed that the entire band could fly.
Now they fly, teleport.
Well, they just flew in. We just watched Demon.
Yeah, I
Gene.
know, but you
Yeah, I
just
gotta
also
say-
just watch Catman teleport from the front to behind his drum set.
Kiss makes Superman look like kind of a punk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they did like blink their eyes and they had their.
They're definitely
their-
better musicians than Superman.
For sure.
That's the whole Marvel versus DC.
Yeah.
there you
Yeah, yeah.
Marvel
It is.
technically
Even
had
back
heroes
then,
flying.
Marvel was winning.
Yeah.
Boom. Shots fired.
Oh, and Kiss comes down to calm the crowd.
That's right. This is
Bring
the
them
big
back
finish.
to sanity.
by making them excited.
And you know what? They're even playing. It's Kiss is doing "God Gave Rock and Roll to You" at the end of Bill and Ted, right? That's the song they're playing.
Yeah, that is in fact.
Man, Sean, you're the man today. If I had a little trophy to give away,
Oh fuck yeah!
I would give you a little trophy.
I'm awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Then you could say Dave gave rock and roll to you.
Dave gave a trophy to you anyway, which wouldn't be as good a song, I don't think.
Dave gave you a small trophy.
Give you a small trophy.
You should be proud of yourself.
And that's why Ryan's a songwriter.
That's right.
And none of us.
None of us.
We need to record that for a future episode of Visit Rats.
Oh my god.
It'll be our outro music.
I'm not giving you any trophies for whatever the fuck your podcast is called this week.
It's called
podcast.
We're on a season 1 hiatus.
It's called Not Airing.
Not airing this week with Red Ranger and Ryan.
It'd be rad if we had a podcast.
Is it rad if we release this?
Not airing this week or next week.
We're on
Sweet.
it.
70s
Nibbles.
70s.
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw her areolas.
Yeah.
Real boobies. Because it's the 70s.
Yeah, that's straight up.
You don't know how badly I wish you'd mispronounce that in some way.
Oh shit!
I saw her Orioles.
We're the Baltimore.
Saw her vulva.
Volvo.
So we're just rocking out here at the end. I guess we'll go ahead and give our final thoughts.
Well, no,
on-
there's
No,
still
there's another scene
fight
after
scene.
this.
What is, oh, that's right.
There's not a
There's
fight
a big
scene.
no,
It's
it's
a
not a fight
reveal.
scene. There's
It's
a
a reveal.
reveal.
It's a
But while-
reveal.
But while
Here we
we're
come.
oh well, here it is right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is
I don't get it at
weird.
I don't know what happened.
And I only guess it's because this is supposed to be like a big reveal that ties everything together, except it ties nothing together.
No, I don't get it at all.
Well, you're
Here-
wanting to see her.
I have a theory. I'll expound upon when we get the reveal.
Go ahead, because we're almost there.
This is what happens when you meddle with the power of the talismans.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, they recharge by sucking all his energy out, and now he's...
Oh
like,
man,
whatever.
Kiss are like
Yeah.
force vampires.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I love this part.
Oh, that's the after credit scene. Is Kiss standing around laughing about how they sucked the
Excuse me.
life out of another
Excuse me,
scientist
excuse me.
to prolong their own.
Thank you. Excuse me, back up, Peter.
Yeah, he had to kind of squeeze by those guys.
Yeah, let me go.
I'll just take this off.
Hey,
There's glitter on
my space science tells me this will be okay to do.
Yes.
He doesn't even, like, desensitize it with his I-beam first.
I mean,
The
he
funny
could
part-
have made him just like poop his pants and like fall down and die.
Oh, it's
No.
fine.
How did he know that was there, though?
Everything's fine
That's
now.
what.
We're all recovered.
Because it was him behind
Rub
the
some
collar.
dirt on it.
Pour some tussin
I
on
feel
it.
like they should have made the couple like a rock and roller couple. Like they don't look like they would be hanging out with Kiss.
No, they're like the most normal couple in the
Like
world.
they're like
They
the
were
bad
working
guys
at
in like
the amusement
Caddyshack.
park.
Yeah, they're not there to hang out with Kiss. They're not Kiss fans.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
They're
true. They just want to
she's
ride.
is she a
Does
reporter?
anyone not see the tall man in that?
Oh yeah, I see
yeah,
it's all
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Doc Brown, tall man. Like I see.
So
both.
this is also a prequel to Phantasm.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Why is his hair so much longer?
that's what
Because he
happens
just
now.
aged.
It just
Well, you seen Indiana
It's-
Jones in the Last Crusade?
Yeah.
Guys here?
Well, because
Yeah.
the face shrivels back and the hair is longer.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Absolutely, that's how. That's physics. That's
You know how
just
hair
physics.
grows. When you die, you know how your hair grows, even though it's totally not true.
Now, we rock out.
All right, so now we're at the credits. We're in the final song of the movie. Let's talk about. Let's sign out. Give our final thoughts. Tell everybody where you can be found online and what you're up to. We will start at the far end with a man with no podcast, Red Ranger.
So,
Do you even do anything anymore?
Season 2 will resume.
I feel
now
like you're
Ryan's back.
cocooning lately.
Do what?
I feel like you're cocooning lately.
Cocooning?
Yeah.
Like,
Or hibernating or something. Oh my gosh, you're going to turn into a butterfly.
He's nesting.
He's gonna be a beautiful butterfly.
Sugar, baby.
Fuck. I just yield the floor after that.
Yeah, he's gonna come back to the next one with frosted tips and no shirt.
Oh,
Technically,
almost.
He's gonna be.
Yeah.
He's gonna be Guy. He's gonna be Guy Fieri. He's gonna be.
Oh, that's just, that was low.
I have photos. It's frightening. Yeah, so the Red Ranger online, I do things there.
People know how to use
We'll have
Google.
something to put over pretty soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have
we
something.
haven't announced yet.
We're working on a secret project. That's part of the reason why we don't have a damn podcast.
Yeah,
'Cause
we've actually been doing other work.
Yeah, we have legit other work we're working on that we'll announce soon.
I'm Ryan, and I am in a band called the Cast Creatures, so just look us up on Facebook and stuff. Nicole?
Do you want to talk about how you felt about this movie?
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, it was kick-ass. Like, I was glad I actually watched the entire thing.
it's clearly the prequel for like every other movie that came after it.
Every genre
It's-
movie that's happened since.
It's
Right.
better.
Yes.
It's better than Rock and Roll Nightmare.
It's better than fucking Crawl, for sure.
It's way
God
better
damn,
than Crawl.
Jesus Christ.
I
Yeah,
don't-
but I'm
watch this
thinking
4 more
Poop
times
City
and never
and
see
Crawl.
Crawl again and be fine.
It's probably better than Black Roses, but maybe not on the level of like Trick or Treat.
Oh,
No,
it's
it's not
definitely
on
not
the
as good as
level
Trick
of
or
Trick or
Treat.
But you got to think this was made.
But it's
for
made for TV. Yeah.
It's not really
I'm just,
a movie.
but I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
comparing the rock and roll.
It's
horror
better
movies.
than the claymation Halloween special.
Yeah. So
No.
yeah.
I don't think there actually is one, but if there was, this would be better.
Wasn't there like a?
There was a Christmas special. I don't think they did a Halloween one.
Oh really? Okay. Yeah, that's all I got.
I have never seen it before, and I liked it, actually. I liked it better on the second watch, because, like, I just realized that how much Kiss actually is possibly magical. And, yeah, is like the prequel to everything that happened since 1978, and possibly some things before 1978, if there was some sort of a time wrinkleage
Because time travel.
or something.
Mandela effect.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was really fun. It's very silly and very 70s and very awesome effects.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
font they're using on the Phantom right there is fucking amazing.
It looks
So
awesome.
I want that for
Yeah.
everything.
I want that poster. Like, that looks
I also really want to have a lair, like 150 feet under
Yeah.
the earth,
Yeah.
with a very high-powered elevator.
Me too.
Well, all it goes down really fast.
Yeah, it goes out, you know.
You may as well
Gravity.
take the stairs to go back
The
up.
stairs up
Exactly.
a good bit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, 150 feet. So, but anyways, I can be found on like Instagram and technically Twitter, even though I don't ever tweet
Never again.
a lot or whatever.
Never again, Twitter.
Yeah.
Don't tweet anything.
Yeah, the only reason I still have a Twitter is because I don't want anybody else to take my name. Like,
yeah.
I don't want anybody else to take Battle Cougar
Right,
on
right.
Twitter. So,
Better
like,
hang on
I
to
still
that.
have it, but I very rarely ever, like, tweet.
You have a podcast too, right?
And I have a podcast, yeah, called Dead Watching. We put a new episode out a week ago. I don't know when I'll be with this, but then we'll have another episode Monday. Monday the 23rd.
That should be after. No, wait. Yeah, this will be like 3 weeks from now. So,
Okay, so just call Dead Watching. Go listen to it.
Jason, it's been delightful having you here,
Thank you.
commenting with us.
Thank you. It's
Noted KISStorian Jason Frazier.
one of my favorite movies from my childhood. Actually saw this, not the original version when it came out on TV, but in the 80s, caught part of it. Had to have my mom track down a copy that we could get on VHS, because Blockbuster didn't have it, the local mom and pop store didn't have it, but this is going to show my age a little. Turtles, Records and Music.
Yeah.
Good
Had a
time
copy
video.
of it in their Snellville store. Went there. I was so excited. And Mom's like, well, we got to find out how to become a member, if it costs anything. I'm like, I don't care. We need to live it. So between this and Rock and Roll High School, which is a great Ramones movie if you haven't watched
yes.
it, one of my childhood favorites.
I had a blast watching it. I mean, I love this kind of stuff. Anybody who grew up watching the original Doctor Who has got a taste for the level of production involved in this movie. You know, so it was fun. I liked seeing Kiss do what they're doing in this, and it was just cool. And I'm not like a giant mega Kiss fan by any means, but I love the idea of Kiss, definitely. And I mean, everybody on the planet knows, you know, you put in Kiss Greatest Hits and anybody can sing along. My parents could probably sing along. So yeah, this was awesome. I totally dug it, and I'll be keeping this for sure. I bought it for this commentary, but I'll be hanging on to this. Arian?
This was fun. I liked it. Good times. Yeah, it's good. Like good schlocky horror. I always love, and like that's what this is to me. So it was good times. Plus, like just like the absurdity of having like someone doing Peter Criss's dialogue and like a black Ace Frehley stunt double, just shit like that. I find really like endearing and hilarious. So like when it shows up in anything I'm watching, I'm gonna be more apt to view it favorably. So like more dumb shit in movies, please. Like, and I'll love it. That's just me.
And if people want to see pictures of your tiny dog,
oh yeah, at Such a Lazy Man on Instagram. So there you go.
Jim, I think we've got a pretty good idea how you feel about this one, but watching it with a crowd of kind of newbies, I guess.
Well, Nicole, got it. The power of Kiss.
Yeah.
So when it does kind of get out, because it's a crappy fucking movie, but it's awesome.
No, that's what we love. That's what we love here.
They're an okay band, but they're fucking Kiss, so they rock.
Yeah,
right. They do bring something magical. You can forgive some of the other things.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So and I think it's for Kiss nerds, or that's our Star Wars or whatever. But when I seen it when I was 13, it was amazing just because of the live footage. Because there was no internet, no YouTube, so you would see pictures in Circus Magazine.
Right.
But they were moving, and it was like, holy shit, and it was, 78 was the first year I saw them, or 79. And to see them on the TV, we're just like, oh my God, this is amazing. And the live footage reminded me of, in 1975, going to Goldblatt's. It was a department store right around Christmas. And I went into the record section, and there was Kiss Alive. Never heard them, never seen it. I looked at it, and I knew I had to have it. It just looking at it, I was like, yeah, that's going home with me.
Yeah.
And I just looked at it. And that's what, even though I played music back then, but it was more violin and stuff, played more sports, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. And it was, Paul Stanley was my boy, and to the part, even I'm going up to the record or the guitar store going like, I want a Paul Stanley rhythm guitar. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, a rhythm guitar. Like, it's all a guitar. I'm like, Paul Stanley plays a rhythm guitar. You fucking tell me. You find it out later. But that album cover is why I'm in this room today. Because if it hadn't been for buying that and going, I want to play, I want to perform, I want to be Paul Stanley, I never would have, bought a real guitar, would never have moved to Georgia to play. I wouldn't be in this room if it wasn't for Kiss.
That's awesome.
So that's the power of Kiss for me.
Yeah.
Though it is still a shitty movie. But it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So basically,
It's awesome.
this is Jim's version of Rad for me.
Yeah.
Kiss Meets Phantom is your Rad.
Well,
Except you're
Rad
not-
is.
You're not doing anything. But
Rad is a really horrible.
you're not
but
doing
it's awesome.
BMX.
For me, it would be My Bloody Valentine.
Oh, yeah.
It was my first slasher. It made me fall in love with horror.
And I understand why people shit on Kiss. I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, that's my boys.
Yeah.
Hey. So.
And finally, what are your feelings on this? Like, what?
Put up with me.
The best thing is, right now, I've known Jim like for 100,000 years. I have just learned that I saw Kiss before he saw Kiss. Because I saw Kiss on the Rock and Roll Over tour in Macon, Georgia in 1976. Because even though my mother hated Kiss and was terror-fed, it was 76.
77.
They played Macon, Georgia in 76.
Maybe so. That wasn't the Rock and Roll Over.
Well, we'll talk about that. It was the end of 76 because it was like toward Christmas. My mother let me go even though she was terrified and father didn't believe in these juke joints, because he had a policeman friend that worked the show that basically was like, you're going to stand next to me and my post is by the stage toward the front. It's the only reason I got to go. But aside from that...
What costumes did they have?
I have to remember. I just remember it was the Rock and Roll Over tour, and it was Macon, Georgia.
It should have been the Spirit of 76 tour.
I swear it was Rock and Roll Over.
I mean, they brought out Rock and Roll Over really quick after his Destroyer originally bombed.
Because Destroyer was the
Really?
album I fell in love
Yeah,
with.
because it was
crazy.
such a different direction
Yeah.
from Alive that they kind of like,
Yeah.
and they shot out Rock and Roll Over just like that to make you think you didn't hear Destroyer.
Wow.
But Destroyer was the album I love. But let's talk about Kiss Meets the Feet. We can bicker later. I think it's awesome. Because if you look at it now, you'll be like, oh, and you'll find the cheesiness, and you'll find what we have become accustomed to in, TV land is, sharp and crisp and perfect. But I think it's awesome if you think of it in terms of that era.
Mm-hmm.
Because with the good guys and the bad guys and the mystery and there was Charlie's Angels and the Love Boat and Fantasy Island, and they all had that.
Yeah, it fits in with it.
Now cheesy, but that theme of mystery and whodunit, and we've got a good guy finding a bad guy.
Always something to solve.
A mystery to be
and
solved.
always happened contained within the one story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thinking back at how I saw it then on TV, I think it was awesome then. Now you can find cheesiness, but if you look at the 70s TV programs as a whole, it fit with what it was.
They were all
It's-
cheese.
They
Well,
were.
that's the thing, though. You can't take things out of their era. You have to appreciate what else was going on at the time.
It's kind of a shame that they don't just embrace it and put out the soundtrack and put out the re-release of the movie and all that
Because
stuff.
that's, all they would have to do is say, it's a lot of fun. Look at this. Now give us a bunch of money for the director's cut and the whatever else. And this
Where's
and that.
the fucking Bluray?
Yeah.
Isn't that what Hogan did with No Holds Barred? For a while he did.
Well, WWE did.
Is that what it was?
Hogan, I don't know. I doubt he
But
cares.
now WWE's hell yeah. It's corny, it's weird,
they're the ones that
whatever.
released that Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So they're on it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming out to the Phantom Zone and watching Evil Jim's pick, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, as part of our Needless Summer series. Because what do you do in the summer? You go to theme parks.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hottest band in the land.
All right. Are we ready to order some food?
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
I'm
Sounds
gonna
awesome.
take this.
Was
dog
there
out.
any food in that movie at all?
No.
There was
no,
Coca-Cola.
There's Coke.
Yeah. Nobody ate. They were all androids.
Like no corn dogs, no hot dogs, no
No theme
pizza,
park
no
food, yeah.
no
Yeah.
no
Theme
Charlotte
park
food
food.
at all.
Get it first if you want.
That's a little weird.
Oh, God.
Superheroes don't have to eat.
Oh, I'm not suggesting Kiss should have eaten.
Oh yeah, they can't mess with
Just
the makeup.
walking around the theater, like no popcorn even.
Yeah, that seems weird.
Huh.
Did we see the cotton candy?
So you might have noticed a little dead air around the 33-minute mark, I think, not of the movie, but of the podcast. There was a little flub with the recording. I just had to go back and edit a thing in. And it's secrets of the business. Every once in a while, there's something that I just can't do anything graceful about, or I can't cover it up well enough. And it's just there. What are you going to do? So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I actually listened to the whole thing again, which I don't always do. And I love that conversation. I would love to have that exact same crew back. I wish there was another Kiss movie, but we're just going to have to find something else to sit down and do. We haven't picked our Halloween movie yet. Maybe I'll do a poll for that in the Needless Things podcast Facebook group, which if you're not a member of, you certainly should be. What else is going on, you guys? I'm recording this outro about 18 hours after I recorded the intro because I had to go to work. and this one took a lot of effort. I had to put a lot of stuff into the intro. I had to go back because I had forgotten a couple of things. This was a big job. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy the new needlessthingspodcast.com. Please feel free to comment now that it is easier to do so. Please feel free to share now that it is easier to do so. I hope going forward, I feel reinvigorated. I wrote 3 things last night, which is crazy because I just haven't been. So there you go. I'm excited. And guess what? I love you guys.
Thank you for listening to the Needless Things podcast. You're the best. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Downcast, or in the ears of a Trader Vic's employee. Love you. Mean it. Uh-huh.